Good morning, everybody. Hello all. Welcome to JewelleryMaker. It's lovely to have you all on board with us this morning. It's Wednesday, it's midweek, and we are going to start you off with some great midweek surprises and smiles. Really. I mean, the kits that we've got today. Now, you know when a guest designer makes a selection of kits and they have maybe a theme running throughout the whole kit and you love the theme, you adore the theme. Sometimes the guest designer will do, you know, maybe 2 or 3 different looks within the theme and you think, oh, I really like that one. That one's okay as well, yeah. That one I wouldn't wear, but I could see how I'd like it. This kit that we've got made up today, there are different feelings, different themes in it, but I would wear every single one. The creator of this, I've got to say, has just stepped out of the salon hair. It is the lovely Deb Rudge.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm really well, actually. Thank you.
You do look super, like your hair is just perfectly coiffed.
No, I've got a confession to make.
Go on.
I straightened it out a bit so it wasn't as curly last night, and this is how I got up this morning.
I woke up like this. Oh, how Beyonce.
All I've done is stick a few sort of wild bits down with some hairspray on the top.
It looks phenomenal. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Love. You've been given just a sensational. This is one kit. Can I just say we're not separating this up. This is one entire kit. You must have had an absolute whale of a time to work with all of this.
It was brilliant. I did love it. And I've got so much left.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You've just shown me what you've got left, and it looks like you haven't even opened it.
Yeah. It's just full, bags full.
There's just loads and loads and loads of it. And you know how with the kind of sheets of lace that we used to do, it was nice to be able to cut off your individual sections. With this, you've just got almost a ream of it, like a trim almost, of that same design that goes on for meters and meters and meters, but in different colours and with different looks.
Well, it would be really nice to stitch it onto clothing. So if you've got a plain top like this, just around the cuffs or the hem or something, or the neckline, because there's so much there.
There's loads there, isn't there?
You've got plenty to be able to do that.
There is absolutely loads. We've got so much coming up for you today. We genuinely do. As per usual, we've got deals galore, and we have got that amazing kit. Now, can I just guarantee you, that kit, the entire thing, will most certainly be under £35. I can guarantee that for you right here, right now, under £35 for all of this. It's just going to be a bargain and a half. It truly is. It's lovely to see you all this morning. Welcome, early risers. I hope you've had a lovely couple of days. I'm with you today with Deb, and I'm going to start off with a little bit of an early morning treat. I'm not just going to bring you one early bird today, because we're very much getting geared up. It's you know, it's my first show of Advent, isn't it? We're all getting very geared up for Christmas. I'm not just going to do one early bird. I'm going to do 2 early birds. And yes, HP, got producer Helena with me for the first hour. I have got an Advent calendar, but not one. I've got 2. I've got 2. One off my grandma, one off my mum. Ooh. Yeah, I mean grandma's one, which is our homemade ones that we do. I've only opened the first day yet because I didn't want to open it this morning because I was in a rush. So I got jelly beans.
Look forward
mixed
to that.
Flavoured jelly beans yesterday morning. I got.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And
so it's not chocolate in all of them. It's all different things.
Yeah, we make our gifts. So every other day you'll get like an edible treat, but then every other day you get like, it might be body soap or a lip balm or something like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Jelly beans yesterday. Nice. Let's wake you up and make you full of beans. With this as one of your early birds. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is genuine, real deal turquoise. If you note just above the website at the bottom of your screen where it says AGW, people always ask what that is, average gram weight. There's no brackets next to that. There's no indication of anything next to that. You know what that means? This is completely natural. Now, when you've got natural turquoise, you've got something very special indeed. Now, we are not describing this as your Sleeping Beauty turquoise, but it looks similar, doesn't it? It looks quite like it. Sleeping Beauty turquoise is quite often irradiated, but very rarely reconstituted. So this is totally natural. Also, Sleeping Beauty turquoise is known for having the purest of colour. I think the colour on this is pretty pure, don't you? There's not loads and loads of matrix, is there? There's not lots of black spots in there, is there? And also it is from USA, which of course we know Sleeping Beauty turquoise is. Now, you know and I know, because we've been so lucky to actually get some Sleeping Beauty turquoise recently. You know and I know Sleeping Beauty turquoise ranging in price, but at our price is around about £70–80 mark, isn't it? This hasn't got that title next to it, so we can't confirm that it's definitely from that mine, but I think it gives looks and attributes of the type I would expect to see. I'm not going to be looking at £70–80 mark today though. I'm doing you a double whammy early bird offer. Oh my goodness, I'm just refreshing this because I need to update it because I want to see people coming in for this. Already people have got it in their baskets. £7.95 is your should be price.
Should be.
Should be. This is genuine, real deal, natural turquoise. We've just said a massive well done, a massive good morning to all of you who are up at this time. We like to give you early risers a bit of a treat. As they say, the early bird catches the worm. In this case, the early riser jewellery maker catches the turquoise from the United States that's natural. Catchy. I think this is an absolutely exceptional deal. I honestly think this next on our shift side, I think we're going to be very, very naughty for the next sort of 2 weeks because our manager Scott, he's only gone on holiday, and you know what that means? What a foolish thing to do indeed. You know what that means? If your manager's away,
you've got to play.
The cats will play, absolutely. The zoo doors have been unlocked and the animals are roaming free. So we have not got on our shift side Scott with us for the next 2 weeks. He's away, isn't he? So what a great excuse and what a great reason to bring you naughty deals like this. And the great thing is, when you tune in at this time in the morning, you can definitely be sure that you're going to get amazing prices, but also you can be sure that you're not going to be in the rush of when we have our busiest times around sort of the 10 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hours, when we get really busy because everyone's awake and have done all their morning chores and breakfast. So you can almost guarantee if you're up at this time, not only are you going to get a great deal, but you've got a good opportunity to get your hands on it because you're not kind of fighting the crowds. You get the first pickings, and there's lots of people picking this up straight away. Majority of you purchasing are multi-buyers at this moment in time. Unsurprisingly, I have to say. Genuine, real deal, natural turquoise. We don't get to see natural turquoise as often as we would like. We don't get to see a huge amount of it coming out of the mines at all anywhere over the world. So it's wonderful to be able to see it, and it's not been irradiated. It's not been reconstituted or mixed with your resins. It is just genuine, as Mother Nature intended, real deal turquoise, and it is one of the rarest of gemstones that there is out there. So big price points you would normally expect on this. You know, $7.95, I've got to say, a ridiculously competitive price point, but today at $4.95, that is something not to be sniffed at. And another thing I would say to you as well is, if you want your genuine gemstones, if you want your real deal turquoise, get it whilst you can. It's not one of those gemstones that is readily available. We've got a good stock of it now, but will we have a good stock of it in the future? Who's to say? We do not know. We are not entirely and completely sure. So do get your hands on the real deal, genuine gemstone whilst you have the opportunity to do so, because this is just a beautiful, beautiful strand that we have here for you at a great price. Good morning, everyone. How are we? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you feeling festive now? It's okay to talk about Christmas now. I'm happy to do it now. It's officially past the first. We're in Advent. Have you heard a Christmas song yet? Have you been listening to the radio and a Christmas tunes? Come on, if you have, give us a text in. What was it? What was your first Christmas song you've heard this Advent? 60777 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio. That way it comes directly to us. JM Studio, one word. Or get in touch at JewelleryMaker.com. What's the first Christmas song you've heard this year? I heard my first Christmas song, which is really unusual. A song I've never heard before. A Christmas song I've never heard before. Ever. But it's a well-known Christmas song apparently, and it's been around for years. It's called What Should I Get Her Indoors? What should I get her indoors? Has anyone else heard that?
No.
No, it's not a northern thing. It was on Radio 2. It was on Radio 2 this morning. It's basically about this man, and he's doing a jolly song about what to get his wife, and it's like, oh, should I buy her that perfume? I bought her last year. And then the other bloke's like, no, because she dropped it on the counter and it took all the paint off and stuff like that.
I've never heard that.
Should I buy her a mink coat? No, because you could only afford a skunk coat and it would smell and stuff like that. It's really weird. It's really weird.
Sounds it.
It's really odd. So that was the first one I heard. What's your first Christmas song you've heard?
I don't know. I'm thinking that it might have been, oh, now I can't remember what it's called. It's the Wham one, Last Christmas.
Da, da,
Yeah.
da. That one.
Yeah.
That's quite a good one. That's quite a classic one, that.
It is now, yeah.
That is a classic. So do feel free to give us a text. What's the first one you've heard this year? It might have been accidental. You might have purposely put it on. I know Brother Pete was telling us the other day that he had Michael Bublé on in his car, the Christmas edition. Loved it. So do let us know that, or just let us know what you're up to today. Well done to everybody who's treated yourself to this £4.95, absolute bargain. And I'm doing you a double whammy, I promised, didn't I? I promised you. Look at those together. Don't you think they look fab? I like the juxtaposition between the really, really, really rough turquoise with all those unusual jagged edges and that delicate but interesting matrix, and the smoothness and the elegance and the beautiful form of that garnet. I'm bringing you this garnet right here, right now. If you want to get your hands on this garnet, you've got to be quicker, because I have a good couple of hundred of the turquoise, but I've only got just over 100 of these red garnet. Red garnet, the smoothness and the workmanship of this is beautiful. I personally love working with tubes. You know, I've worked in paper crafts for quite a while. And when I'm buying kind of, you know, your plastic for the front of your card beads, I will a lot of the time go for tubes. Reason being, for me, they're not, for a card in particular, they're not as bulky as a round. So if I've got to get it in an envelope, I know I can achieve the look of a round, but because it's a tube, I'm going to be able to get it in the envelope. I'm not going to have to pay me extra postage and packaging because it's, you know, a big chunky round, but also it kind of gives you that look. I've got people adding this to their baskets already. Good morning to every single one of you. Now, red garnet, it is natural again, let me just state. It's a beautiful workable shape. If I hold it out for you here, you can see that gorgeous gloss that domes all around. That's just due to polishing of this natural gemstone. You've got that beautiful doming look, and actually we're going to do some demonstrations today in our second kit and first kit actually, that you will be able to use shapes like this for or alongside, and they'd be extremely complementary. I'm going to do you, there's so many people checking out. First person bought 2, then it's 3, then someone bought 4, then someone bought 1, someone else bought 2, and 1, and 1, and 2, and so on and so forth. We've got people adding mass quantities to their baskets, and why not when this is your price? Exactly. It's the real deal. You know, I'm talking about buying my pots of my little plastic beads that I buy. You know, they're clear plastic and they have like a bit of a sheen on the inside. Well, in those pots, I'll probably get double the amount, maybe double the amount. But I tell you what, I'll be paying 4, 5, 6 times the price of this actual genuine real deal strand. And for me personally, for my card making, I'm getting my hands on a couple of strands of these, because guess what? I've seen the staff cost. I don't want to pay staff cost on this. That is my honest truth. I know the staff cost of this, and I'm not going to be paying it. I'm going to ring the call centre. Sometimes I do this. I'll ring the call centre and you have to give them all your information. You sort of say, oh, I'm a member of staff at Redican. And they go, okay, and this is your staff cost. And I'll go, oh, actually, can I just not pay the staff cost? Can I pay the actual cost, please? Because now and again, when we do prices like this, staff cost is more. Sometimes it might just be 5p. Sometimes it can be £3 or £4 more to be a member of staff to get the cost. I will be asking to pay normal price points on this. I don't want to pay staff cost because I would be paying more than I would like to for this. So £2.99 for me. I can create those Christmas cards I want, and how fab that these are going to work in those cards. They are going to slide into the envelopes perfectly, and it's that beautiful Christmassy red as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. And the flashes and the of light that you're getting off the surface, because it's so smooth. And with the dark sort of, actually it's quite red.
It's very red actually, but deep red.
With that deep colour, when you get the sparkle from the light coming off, it just looks fab.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. And actually the technique we're going to look at the sort of little motive in the second kit. If you substitute one of the beads with these,
yeah,
that would look gorgeous.
That would look sensational. I completely agree. I've got so many of you multi-buying on this. Can I just say I have got less than 100 of these available to you now, and I mean quite considerably less. I am into double figures on this. So if you want to get your hands on these, now is your opportunity to do so at just, oh, I can say X managers aren't in yet, £2.95. Get that on whilst you can. That is just a wonderful, wonderful deal for you. It really is. Okie pokey. Now, do you know what? That would go great with your challenge I've got coming up for you later on as well. That would go very, very well indeed. Okay, everyone, we're going to move on to do the kit. Now, this section here is all together, and then we're doing the collars separately. You might already have collars. That's why we've decided to do them separately, because we don't want to bump up the price for you on things you might already have. So we're going to do the collars separately. I'm bringing to you, how many is it? 4. I'm bringing to you 4 of these collars. And I've got to say, they are great quality. They really are fantastic quality. Now, when you're looking at these, you may well recognise and see kind of some pieces in high street stores that look similar to them. They've been everywhere at the moment. I just want to state, though, that these ones are genuine, real deal metal. They're not ones that I've seen anywhere. I've seen a couple that look very much like this, that have the metallic sheen to the top. But when you actually go to move them, you find out that they're actually plastic. These are real deal metal. Now, that's great because it means it gives you a beautiful weight. It means you can actually shape these, and we're going to talk more about that with Deb later. It means you can stamp into them to create little Christmas messages or just gift messages or names on them. It means you can apply textures to them. It also means you can change the way they look entirely. There's one of Deb's where she's completely cut sections off and added dangles and everything else to make it look a complete different shape in all. And that's all due to the fact that these are genuine metal. Now, they're brass at the heart of them. Now, that means that they've got a lovely weight to them. They're not over the top weighty, but they've got a real nice weight and a strength to them. The type of weight and strength you might not expect with your copper, but they are still silver plating over the top. This is genuine silver, real silver that we've got over the top. It's not just a silver paint or sort of, you know, some sort of enamel. It's real deal silver plate that we have over the top of this, so you're getting a lot of it. Again, if you've not seen them before, you can see they've got a beautiful dome to them. They kind of graduate around the neckline section, and then they do have this extendable chain at the back. The strength of these means you don't actually need it if you don't want to, so you can use it for something else. But if you want to change the look of these, we'll show you later how Deb has used this to its maximum potential. And actually, you can just take it off and use it to drape chain if you so wish. So 4 of these in total. Your price point today on your silver collars should be, just to let you know, size of these, 108 by 30 mil we've got there. Should be. Wow, that's a really good price, in fact. I've seen some plastic ones that are working out for, you know, a duo pack of just plastic ones, £12 I saw a set at a well-known kind of card store the other day. So they're already a good price for metal, but today you're actually getting 4 of them, real metal with genuine silver plate over the top for just £19.95. That's a big chunk of money we've just taken off these for you, and we do have the added extras as well for you to work to bring to these. They're working out £4.98 each one, so a great price point on these for you. For the quality, it's brilliant price point, it really is. And don't forget, you can use these in many different ways. I then also have the second part of the kit as well that I'm going to bring to you right now. We do still have those collars available. If you wish to get them, they'll go at the bottom of your screen just down there in a moment. But now I'm going to bring to you this kit, and I'm so excited to bring this to you. I truly am. You know how much I love my lace. I bought the lace kind of length of flowers the other day, and I've got to get my hands on this. Although it is a low stock opportunity, my quantity on this, 40. Ooh. I know. Now that is a shame because I know how popular this is going to be. In particular, when you look at the lace I have. Now, our lace, I have to say, is exceptional quality. I've worked with different types of laces before with my paper craft, and I know, you know, I do and decorate shoes, and I've worked with a lot of different types of lace. And I have to say, and this isn't for me working here, you know I wouldn't just say this, this is for me the best quality and price point I've worked with. Yes, all right, I've found lower price laces in places. Oh, that's nice. But in the intricate bits like this, you get a lot of tearing, you get a lot of ripping, fraying. I've had a lot of, I've even bought off-cut packs from very nice sort of wedding and bridal places, and there's been markings on the back and size, and I've not been able to use those pieces. Ours is just beautiful, pure elegance. Just use the back of this, just so I can show you the design on this. So this is our white. Now you're getting a big amount, 7 meters worth, and that motif, as you can see, is continued along. You've got beautiful scalloped edges, you've got intricate pieces, you've got delicate sections. You can use these as whole pieces, or as Deb has ingeniously done, use them as sections. I love that we give you this long strip here. It's not like the old packs where we just did sort of 5 pieces and you could pick out the bits you want, but if you wanted to do that look again, you had to buy a whole new pack. You've got so much in here, people are already coming in for this. Let me show you the other white detail, which is just so desirable, I think. Really wonderful motif there, isn't it? Of course, you can use it upside down or the other way around. You can use this in either direction to give you a real different look. I love that. It is kind of a classical look. It's got that wonderful scalloping. It's almost a bit Art Deco, exactly what I was going to say. It's just stunning. 7 meters worth again of that, with that wonderful kind of scallop pattern. I've then got the black version for you. Again, same look and same design, but this time it is in the black. So a very kind of decadent look. The lovely thing with black is if you're putting it onto something else black, you know, your black fabrics, it just gives interest of texture. And you can really look and delve into it. Same with the white if you're putting it on white. So I've got that design, and again, I've got the gorgeous scalloped design in the black. 7 meters of each one, super duper sturdy. You can use these in many different ways. You can sew with them, but if you're not a seamstress like I'm not myself, gluing them into different shapes, into different pieces, gluing things onto them, just gluing them onto the neck line pieces if you want to. So those, you've got a mammoth amount there. I've got to say, it just goes on and on and on. And then the gems. Now we have just taken this to another level, I have to say. Spinel and agate, just sensational. You've got the spinel in the strands. So this is your micro-faceted spinel, and it is just absolutely beguiling, isn't it? This is a Christmas twinkle of elegance. The wonderful thing is, which you wouldn't normally expect, if you're working with a black fabric to work a black gem, because of the workmanship on there, doesn't it still stand out? Doesn't it just give you that look of elegance?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Stunning. And I've got it as well. I've got that kind of look with those graduated pears. Big piece of spinel in there, absolutely mammoth piece of spinel in that one, with those beautiful faceted pears that we have there, really elegant. Carat weight on those ones, you're looking at about 40 carats, up to a 7x5 on that strand. And I love how you've got a massive table on that area, huge table, so it really draws the eye in when the light hits that table and then spans it around on the facets, just stunning. And then I've got cabs as well. Now the cabochons themselves are a black gemstone, they're your black agate, and the size on these ones is around about a 16x12, and you will definitely be getting 3 of them, and they will definitely be in this size and this shape. So let me reiterate exactly what we're getting here, because isn't this just an elegant collection? Don't you think? With that lace, I mean lace and cabs and spinel. Wow, that is just something very special indeed. So you're getting all of these designs. If I just drape this over for you, you're getting all of these. You're getting 2 strands of spinel. You're getting 4 sets of your lace that are all 7 meters long. You've got the 2 different designs in the 2 different colours. If I pop those in so you can see the designs themselves. It is just absolutely exceptional. Don't you think? That is a collection, that is an array of beauty is something very special indeed. Your price point today on all of this, people are already checking this out. They're buying it at this price because all of you who've checked out probably have tried to buy lace in other places before. You all understand the price, but I promised you under 35, didn't I? I promised under 35. I'm not going to let you down. Your price point today, we're rolling it down. This is a lot of lace. I've not seen this before. £31.95 for that exceptional gemstone collection, and just one reel of the lace I think is fantastical. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. Now, if you think of our lace packs, remember when we started doing our lace packs and we rolled them down in price, didn't we? And they went down to about the £9.95 mark, didn't they, for a pack of 5? I mean, you've got, in metres lengths, you wouldn't have even had a metre of lace putting those out together. And I mean, the designs obviously were different, very, very intricate, etc. But if you want a collection that you can use time and time again, this has got to be the one for you, hasn't it?
What this does, it allows you to repeat your designs and make complete sets as well that are matching.
Yes.
So you can make a bracelet, a necklace, earrings. You can make fascinators, and you can repeat the same motif, if you like. Once you've got it figured out, then you've got so many on that length that you can
create and do.
Just go mad, yeah.
You really do. You really do. And you know, I genuinely just adore this collection. And the lace itself, do feel free to do your research on lace. I wouldn't do it now, right now, if I'm completely honest, because with the people that have checked out, I'm in my last chance saloon on this. So, you know, maybe don't leave it too late, or if you're really good at quick research online, do it now. But lace, to get this amount, I mean, you're getting metres and metres worth of it, 7 metres on each spool, and you're getting 4 spools. It's just going to go on and on and on and on, isn't it? I think that is just fantastic. We guessed that you were watching Strictly Come Dancing when you made this.
I might have been.
It has got that zhuzh, that life, all of those gemstones on there. I love how you've used the chain, and you could use the chain from the back of the neckline pieces, couldn't you? Very easily.
You could.
You've also gone for a very kind of modern vintage twist, actually, on things, which I adore. You can see how being able to use that same motif, because you've got it on that big spool, must be really useful, isn't it?
It's really nice. And actually, I was thinking about making some flowers with that heart motif, because if you have like 4 or 5 of those going round, that's, you know, really pretty. You could make a whole headdress, or you could make a bridal bouquet.
Love that idea.
If you use the cream, or even the black, actually, something really gothic.
I like that idea a lot.
Especially as it's there's that big trend at the moment for a lot of black lace and gothic and inspired sort of pieces, Victoriana styles. So you've got a lot of black lace on top of black velvet on top. So it's really nice to be able to use this kit with some of those dresses and things that are in the shops at the moment.
Yeah, it's just fab, I think. And yeah, because when you've got the heavy knitwear, you want something big and bold to be able to weigh it out, don't you?
Yeah.
And I think you've got something so unique and individual here. I love the owl brooch. I think that's fab. I love the kind of Christmas, you know, the pendant that you have handing down from this. We've done loads with this, and there's lots you can do too. Honestly, I've got to say, this is, for me personally, one of the most inspirational kits I've seen for a good few weeks. For me, my imagination is going absolutely wild.
Yeah,
and do you mind showing us what you had left over?
Well, this is the packs of the white.
And this is what we had left over after making all of that from the whites. That is a mammoth amount. And look. Yeah, table trim for your Christmas. Oh, garland it around your Christmas tree.
On the tree, yeah.
Because there's meters worth of it. How elegant would that look?
That'd be
so
really
beautiful.
nice, actually.
And you've got loads of it. I was decorating my tree the other day with a meter's worth of plastic beads, and I tell you what, I got sort of to that part of the tree, and I'd run out.
Yeah.
So you'd have to spread it more. 7 meters worth of this, and you can always use it after Christmas.
Well, what I've done as well with the lace before is if you get PVA glue, brush it on quite dry, lay it flat, brush it on, and sprinkle glitter on.
Oh, I like that
And
idea.
you've still got flex in it. It's
Yeah.
still flexible, but it
It's a bit of
sparkles.
something extra. So get your hands on this whilst you can. This is what we had left over, so you know
There's
this is
so
going to go on
much.
and on and on.
So much.
What are we going to be learning to create today,
I'm going to
please?
show you how to do the owl.
Oh, what a hoot. Been waiting for that. We are going to be learning how to create this owl today, and I absolutely adore everything about him. Easy enough to make?
Really easy.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's
Great.
really easy. A lot of it is glued.
Fab.
So he's, you know, there's not lots of intricate stitching or anything. So dead simple.
Fab. Let's get started
Okay.
then.
Right, so the pieces we need are a couple of the scallopy sections.
Okay.
And then the section between the hearts.
Okay.
So I use the white ones, and if I snip it off the length here, so we take one of those, and we have two of these, which I've got here, and then the other section that we need is one of the hearts. So what have I done with those? They're in here. What I did when I was figuring out all my different designs and everything, if I was cutting away any of the sections, I'd keep the sort of the bits that I wasn't using, because then I can use them another time. So like these sections have come off, and just pop them in a little bag, and then you can use them again in designs. So if I pop those in there so I don't lose them and spread them everywhere. Okay. So what we've got is a tail with this heart. If we turn, if I do it, doesn't matter, does it? If I do it that way, that will form the tail. This is his head.
Okay.
And then this is his body and his wings. So what I've done is, I don't know if you'll pick that up, but I've drawn on the scallop section,
Yeah.
just so that you can, with some blue pen, you can just see the line coming round here. So that's what we need to cut out, two of those. And to cut it out, what I did was actually use the thread zapper.
Clever.
Seals the ends then, so you don't need to mess about and you know, it's two jobs in one, basically. So if you just hold the lace quite tight between your fingers, and then just trace round the edge, and it just goes through really quickly and easily.
And it seals it beautifully, doesn't it?
Seals it up so it's not going to fray, and it's much easier and quicker than your scissors. So I'd already cut half of that out, so it's not really that quick. Bit of a cheat.
Enough.
Yep. And then what I did was take some of the fabric cement that we do, and a piece of the foundation fabric, the backing fabric that you use for your soutache and stuff. And what we need to do is glue these two sections that we've got, glue them down onto the backing fabric. But because we want a mirror image, so his two wings, you need to turn one over onto the back. No, it doesn't matter for this because you don't notice, but what you need to do is when you're working with it normally, you'll notice that one side is slightly shinier than the other. So that tells you what's the back and what's the front.
Okay, good tip.
So all I'm going to do, whoops, is spread glue everywhere. Is which way round am I? I'm that way. So on the back, just go around the edge and lots of little dots around the edge, just to put the glue onto your lace. Now you can use, if you want to, you can use the E6000, or you can use any other sort of craft glue that you've got. PVA glue would work, or any sort of fabric adhesive that you've got, or the glue that's really super, but you need to obviously be a lot more careful with your fingers.
Yeah, and also with that glue that is super, it dries very sturdy, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And it leaves white marks, I've noticed as well.
It can do, yeah, it can. So this is brilliant because it's actually quite good in that when you're putting it on, you don't have to panic about how much time it's taking.
No, of course you don't.
Because you want it to actually glue to a tacky finish.
Whilst you're gluing that, because I don't want to sort of distract you from gluing your fingers, we'll quickly bring you on some fabric glue. Now, I personally believe the right tool for the right job, and this is the right tool if you want to be doing something like your fabric gluing. This is the one that I use. I have used this for quite a while, actually, even before we got it in here at JewelleryMaker. This is my go-to for fabric glue every single time. It is your Fabri-Tac, and I have to say, it is just wonderful. Everything about it I love. I love the size of the nozzle. I love how much you get, and it will last and last and last. I've had mine for a good sort of 6 months now, the one I'm working with at the moment, after previously using another, and it hasn't changed colour. Sometimes with fabric glues that I've worked with in the past, they will go an almost browny colour after a while, like a yellowy, mustardy, browny colour, and you can see it. This I haven't had any issues with on my bottle I've got now or my previous. It is beautifully clear. It dries beautifully clear. I like that when it dries, it doesn't dry with a high gloss either, because, you know, if I'm whipping up something really quickly and I want it done quick, I can be a little bit too liberal and you squidge it on and it can squidge out. This dries not as shiny as previous ones I've seen, so it's more hidden. I just think it's absolutely wonderful. It really is, and it is so sturdy. I've never had any peel back off this, even on pieces I've made a long time. I've even used this to glue up a rip that I had in my sofa. It is just wonderful to use. It really is.
That's good.
It's great for your crafts. It's great for, I mean, imagine adding some of that lace to a you know, just a lampshade or something with something like this. It's fab. Get it whilst you can. Your price point today on it, honestly, at £9.95, for me, it's just a fantastic glue to be able to use. It's going to last and last and last. The amount you've got in it as well is absolutely mammoth. You know, when you get our fabric glues, you know, these ones are great if you want to be doing little projects very precise. You've got 9mm in here. This, though, is 113 millilitres. So you'd have to buy a fair few of these to be able to make up of this. So I'd get it whilst you can. £9.95. Truly can't recommend it enough. I love this glue. Okay, I'm back with you. You've glued it on now.
So it's glued on, and just make sure that it's pressed down flat. It dries quite quickly, which is always good. And while that's gluing, you can be, or drying rather, you can be working on other pieces. So we've glued the tail section down as well. And started cutting that one out. So what you need to do for his tail is cut round the pointed section, which is actually hidden behind his body when we put it all together. And then come down to where the dots are, here, this little sort of plume section. And then what I did was just cut at an angle, so its tail feathers are sort of spreading out a little bit.
Yeah, because he has got a very spriggy tail, hasn't he?
Yeah. If I can get that off, just make sure you cut it all the way through. And then I'm just going to cut along the bottom to even it up. And then all I did was cut sections out, little tiny triangles out, so that it gives a feather effect.
Feather owl tail.
Yeah. I mean, you could leave it just straight if you wanted to, but I just thought it gives it a bit more of a dynamic feel. So, cut your triangles out.
And just using normal scissors, aren't you?
Just normal scissors on the backing fabric. So that's now ready to be built up. So we'll put that to one side.
Okay.
And I'll show you how I got his head sorted. So what I looked at was that these were looking like big owl eyes,
Right.
and these would be tufty ears,
Yeah.
the sections coming off
Yeah,
here.
I can see it.
So what I did was just zapped around the top section, try not to cut his ear off, and around that section, and then tidy up the side of his head. So you could use scissors, or you can obviously just take it off with the zapper. And then I was going to leave all of the feathers around his neck, but I got a bit zapping happy.
You got zap happy?
As you do.
Of course.
So it's up to you if you want to take the sections off here, or if you want to leave them on. So we'll whip them off, because that's how I did it on the original. There we go. So just left the two either side. So he's starting to look a bit more owl-like now.
Does.
And then the next...
There he is, look.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh.
So we've just got to put his wings in this
Got
section
you.
here. So a couple of print bead covers, and that's what forms his eyes. So just in the middle of the loop, we need to just pop one on either side and close it up. And I did this before I glued his head onto the foundation, the backing fabric, because it's a little bit easier. It's not
that, isn't it?
Yeah,
Clever.
I use the crimp covers quite a lot actually on the lace, because if
you
you've
don't have
got
to add thread or anything, do
no,
you?
you just close them up and you've got that detail then. So I use it just to define patterns, you know, on the big packs that we had before.
That's good.
Ju-
Don't forget you could use your Spinella's eyes. There's lots of spinel in that
could.
kit. You even had the kind of eye-shaped ones, actually, the pairs, didn't you, which might be quite nice. You could add those to your basket with all of that lace. You had 7 metre spools, 4 of them in total, 3 cabochons and 2 strands of spinel. It's all at the body screen. Dropped it in price, just $31.95 for you. Absolute bargain. You get all of this lace and more.
Right, so we've now got that ready. So I'd stick him on to the foundation fabric, and then when you cut him out, you'll end up with that bit. So we'll cut round the body section now.
Okay.
So just using your normal scissors.
No need for your shears or anything.
No, that's why it's so easy, this, because it's not heavy on the hands. There's not a lot of intricate bits and pieces you need to do.
Yeah.
So it's quite relaxing, this one.
Yeah.
So we'll snip round there, and then we're ready to put them all together.
Okay, I'll let you cut out then, shall I?
Yep,
Because
okay.
obviously, depending on your shape, you'll just cut it out yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm going to quickly bring you some lace now. Now, we've seen that you can use your imagination completely with these big long strips, so I'm going to bring you a totally different shape that you could really go to town on. Which colour are we doing? They're together. They're fantastic. I was hoping you were going to say that.
I used this one
Yeah.
before this shape because... oh, and the other one. Yeah. A couple of months ago, was it? Or about 6 weeks ago, I used these going round big cabochons.
Oh, I like that idea.
They were lovely.
Now, these are
Really
perfect
nice
for
to work
so
with.
many different designs, so many different ideas. I've got to say, I just like the idea of popping this onto a headband. I think would look really beautiful, quite bridal actually, but also just everyday casual. You're getting a mammoth amount of this. You're actually getting 10 metres worth on these reels. Now, the reason you're getting 10 metres worth on these on 7 on the other is the other one's a bit chunkier. So it kind of on the fabric and on the detail and on the design, you're actually getting a longer length of these. They're 1.5 centimetres worth on the lace floral black, and you've got a 3 centimetre on the floral that I've got here, and that's the thickness of them. Look at that design. This is so intricate. I mean, can you imagine trying to be able to do that really intricate section there. You've almost got an eyelet shape, and then that's interspersed with a flower. I think that is just such a glamorous look that you have here. You'd be able to do something so simple with this, you know, even if it was just a case of, you know, as a headband, you know, something really pretty in the head, or even just as a nice little choker.
Little choker, yeah.
They're all in fashion at the moment. I don't know if you've seen them everywhere. They've got those, I remember them in the 90s. They're like the plastic that are almost knitted and they stretch out. Like, you could do it with genuine real deal lace. I think it's fab. You're getting 20 meters worth in total, so that is going to go on and on and on and on, etc. Your price point today for white and black, 2 different designs, should be. Yeah, we are going to take this down in price for you today. We are going to give you a real deal and a half, your price point, for 20 meters worth of genuine, sturdy, yet delicate in look, very intricate and beautiful, very workable lace, just £10.95. I don't know if you think back to our packs of the 5 sheets that we used to do, they were a great price, but to get 20 meters worth for £1 extra is, I think, brilliant. Genuinely astonishing. Very workable, very usable. Get them whilst you can. £10.95 for you today. It's just absolutely astonishing price.
And these little flowers work so well if you cut them out and turn them different ways around and have the leaves facing outwards around. It's phenomenal. Something. I
really do.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous to work
Get them whilst you can. Lots of you with it in your baskets. You need to check them out because my stock is not as big as I would like it to be. Okay, so we've cut out his wings.
We've cut his wings out and his body, and you can just decide what sort of shape you want here, and then we'll pop his head on there and his tail will go here. So he's quite a fat one, this one.
I suppose you can make him as big or as slender as you like, depending on how far close you go together.
So what I've got now is a black piece here.
So and the bottom of the heart.
The bottom of the heart, yep. And all I'm going to do is glue that on over here, so it's like his I don't know what they're called, it's like eyebrows, isn't it? But they're not really eyebrows.
No, I do know what you mean.
And what I did was I glued the back, and I think I used E6000 on this one. I don't know why, I think it's just because that's what I had. So.
If you do want the Fabri-Tac, which does a fantastical job, it's at the bottom of your screen, OMCV96, and it was just £9.95.
So we're going to pop that on there, and bring it down to this, and then all I did was then get the thread zapper back out again once it had actually dried, and pinch around the top with it so that I can get rid of all the excess. If you want to, you could just use the your scissors and trim it. But I wanted quite an accurate sort of follow round with the top. I can't think what I'm saying. Tracing of the line around the top of his head. That's what I mean. So just take that off, and that just gives him his beak and his little eyebrow section. So now what we need to do, the next thing that I did was to actually stitch on some of my gemstones here, and stitch his head on. So if I just have a needle and thread, what I'll do, now we've got this on all of the fabric, is if I whip away this blackboard and work on the white, then we can see, thanks.
No problem.
We can see what we're doing there with the thread, otherwise it disappears, doesn't it? Looks like a magic needle then, just so work out where the needle needs to go through, and it goes. I'm using black thread because it's going through the black section of lace, so it disappears then. And this is where you can give him some expression as well, because the further, like lower down his head is, I think the grumpier he looks. or he's sort of oh, that's not glued, has it? I've not left it long enough. Or he's sort of snuggled down for the night.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
All his
He's
feathers
getting ready for a
fluffed up.
bows.
Yeah. So you just need a couple of stitches just to hold it in place. It doesn't need to be sewn all the way around. And then once that's in place, just fasten off at the back. And then you can, if you want to, stitch using a beading needle.
Okay.
All of your gemstones in place, or you could glue them. So if you use your E6000 or your any of your glues really that you've got, then you can just glue them into place, make sure it's set, and then that's fine, saves all the stitching. But if you like stitching, and I love stitching seed beads on, then go for it. And then we'll glue his tail section. So a bit of E6000 on there. And I also shaped the body by popping a little bit of glue here and pinching it together just to dry, so it then curves the body a little bit. And if we get the owl brooch, once you've stitched a brooch pin onto the back or glued it on, you can then cut a section out and just cover up the back of the brooch pin so you can't see it. So if you pinch that together there, and hold it, or pop a bulldog clip or something on, then
it gives
that
it a
just gives it
3D look.
A bit of shaping.
I love that.
So it looks like it's a bit fatter then, and that's that. So
and that's
really
how you
that
create
easy.
that beautiful brooch detail. We have got the brooch pins on the back there. Of course, you can make one out of wirewalk if you wanted to. It's just phenomenal. Now, I did promise that we would have a little look at your stamper piece there. I promised we'd take a little look at that. Tell us about how you shaped that first off.
So what I did was, in one of the stamping kits that we had a while ago, there was a hammer, a block, some shears. It was the big one as well as your stamps. And so I got my hammer out, I got the shears out of the set, and all I did was cut off the ends of the collar, just cut through with the shears. That's it. These
your tin snips.
Yeah, tin snips, and then hammered the texture onto the collar using the hole punch, and just then popped a hole into the centre at the bottom of the collar, and then used the end that I'd actually cut off, trimmed it down a little bit further, and suspended that in the centre. So I've actually got another piece of collar that I can use somewhere else as well. Could probably make it into a ring, actually, thinking about it now.
I like that idea.
I wish I'd done that.
Now, I've got, if you want to add a bit of texture to your pieces, I've got a gorgeous little stamping kit here. This is your numbers. I've never seen this one before, I don't think.
Oh, I haven't got this one.
No, I don't think I do.
No.
This is new to me, and it is a number collection, but don't forget, with your numbers, we can also use them for texture. You can use them in different ways to create different shapes, but look at them. They're little dotted pieces. Can you see them? They've only been seen once ever before, we're being told. Aren't they gorgeous? They've got loads of, it always reminds me of kind of a, you know, a Hollywood light up sign. Lots of tiny, tiny, tiny little dots these are making up those pieces. I think they're phenomenal. Don't forget, you can use them, of course, for your numbers, but you can just use them as texture. You know, say the figure of 8 next to each other creates a lovely chain look. This is your Dotty Arial font. Your price point today for this in the pouch is just £9.95 to get your hands on all of those Great for dates, great for birthdays, great for ages, but also lovely for textures. And you can even use the 1 just to underline things that you like if you want to.
But the 8 makes really nice flowers as well.
Oh, good idea.
Spin it all the way round.
Like that idea a lot. So use these for whatever you will. $9.95 on that. And just as a reminder, if you want to get your hands on that floral lace at the bottom of your screen, and also to let you know that $2.99 strand of garnet I had, I'm in low double figures on that now, so get it whilst you can. Give a call to the call centre and ask them about the $2.99 garnet. We have the tubes, they should be able to help you out. Me and Deb will be back after the break. We've got more treats, we've got the Wall of Fame, and we've got more demonstrations. See you in a few minutes.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from JewelleryMaker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the home page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with JewelleryMaker in the same day, you'll only be charged 1 postage and packaging fee?
Join guest designer Rachel Norris on her Artisan Earrings DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all through the fantastic tuition from Rachel. The easy to follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating earrings. This DVD covers how to make your own findings, Aztec, Art Deco and Aphrodite earrings. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
We here at JewelleryMaker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with JewelleryMaker FIFO reviews.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from JewelleryMaker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the home page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker. Did you know when you book on a JewelleryMaker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our JewelleryMaker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Did you know that the JewelleryMaker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to JewelleryMaker. Good morning, good morning. It's Wednesday. Happy half week, if that's the thing. It's really nice to see you today. And I'm about to start this hour with a challenge for the lovely Deb Rudge. Good morning, Deb.
Hello.
Now, we let you pick this morning, didn't
I
we?
know, I only picked it from a picture though. Now I've seen it, I'm really happy.
What do you think of it in the flesh?
Whoa.
Wow.
It's absolutely incredible.
It's phenomenal, isn't it?
It is. That is gorgeous.
You have serious quality with this, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that sparkle is just mesmerising. But just focus on how kind of deep and sumptuous and delectable that red tone is. It is so intense, isn't it? Totally naturally forming that colour, don't forget. We haven't added anything to this to make it that colour. It's just so intense. And don't forget for me, when you're getting kind of valuations done on the likes of a rhodolite garnet, the richness and the deepness of the colour is one of the things that they will look for. It is sensational at the sparkle. It is a wonderful richness in its colour, and I've got to say, I absolutely love and adore this strand. It is exceptional. How well would it go with the garnet I had earlier on? $2.95 we did this garnet for. How well does that go? That as a pairing. Now this is your rhodolite garnet. It's rich, it's deep, and it's intense. And if you want to get your hands on this, not only will you get a great price, you're going to be getting inspiration from lovely Deb as well. The price point today should be, and it has been, $27.95, and it's been enjoyed at that price. But we're rolling it down today. I don't know if you heard earlier, but my manager Scott's away for a couple of weeks. We are going to be doing prices like that whilst he's away. £21.95 for you today. That is a real treat of a price point. It really is. We've asked you to text in today with what is the first Christmas song you've heard of this year so far. What's your first Christmas song? Have you heard one yet, Dee? In your head. What have you had in your head? I love that. We wish you a Merry Christmas, she's had in her head. Is that's a really good song. That's another one that people know a lot of the words to.
Yeah.
But I think it's when you don't know all of them too. I think it's one of those.
No, you just
it'll catch you out. It'll catch you out. You'll get to a chorus and you'll be, what? So do text us in. What's the first one you've heard? Did you hear something on the radio? Was it your first Christmas tune? Maybe you've already popped open the Christmas CDs. Text us in 60777. So you text the word JM Studio 60777. Have you heard one yet, Kerry? In shops and things, yeah. Driving Home for Christmas, I heard as well. That's a good song, isn't it? Driving Home for Christmas.
That is a good song, actually.
It's a nice croony number, isn't it?
I bet there's songs though that you've heard, but it's just not registered that it's there in a Christmas song.
I do know what you mean. Yeah, I can understand that. Ollie heard Mariah Carey.
Oh.
You know it's fully Christmas when that song comes out.
I'm not a big Mariah Carey fan.
Even that song.
No.
Oh,
No.
In Love Actually, when that song comes on, it's fantastic, isn't it? Well done, everyone who's getting your hands on this. I'm going to hand it over to Deb Rudge now. Do feel free to text us in. What's your plannage? You can come and take it if you wish. Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a look at it.
That's, ooh,
Drop down price point as well for you.
Oh.
It's fab, isn't it? What's your
They
plan?
are amazing. Well, when I saw it on the sheet, I just thought, I fancy making some little tiny flowers. And yeah, they're going to look incredible as
That's
flowers.
what you're going to go for.
That's what I'm going to do.
I think that's a fantastical idea. I really do. I've got so much coming up for you. The kit we've got coming up shortly, you've done a really beautiful motif with, haven't you? Really beautiful.
Yeah, it's sort of sparkly, Christmassy, wintry. Yeah,
It's
I
a bit
enjoyed
special, isn't
making
it?
these.
I've got as well coming up something that might look kind of a little bit interesting in that design, an opal. Now this opal is one of those opals that we've got in the graduated rounds. It's going to come up for you at past, not long to wait for these. I like when you get that darker body of colour, because the impact of the fire and flash and pin is so intensified, isn't it? That's coming up for you, 25 minutes, not long to wait for that also. So do stay tuned for that one. Oh my goodness. 9 o'clock box number 10, that's a bit of a special one. I haven't seen that in a long time. We've got loads coming up for you today, we really, really do. Do treat yourself to anything you see and want to get your hands on. Maybe you're planning on getting all organised. Oh, I was saying to Deborah this morning, Christmas tree. Have we all put our Christmas tree up now? Did we get it out? I got mine out of the loft. I was happy as Larry, happy as beans I was, carrying it out of the loft like Christmas is officially here. Opened it up, my Christmas tree's there, my decorations are there, put the decorations on and then go, hey, I'm missing. I am missing serious decorations here. Went back upstairs, thought, I know, it's in that bin bag. I put a bin bag up there, yeah. Got my bin bag down, here's the rest of my Christmas decorations. Can't wait, open it up. Summer clothes from 2 years ago. Back up in the loft I went, saw the big Christmas box, with old Christmas tree box, you know, filled with all of these treats and treasures. Went to lift it up, box completely empty. I'm literally storing a Christmas tree box with nothing in it. So basically I've lost my Christmas decorations. Do you know what that is? Lack of organisation. I need me some serious storage and a good labelling system.
Yes.
Do treat yourself to storage whenever you get the opportunity to do so, because if it saves you 2 extra trips to the loft, it can only be good. Take a little look at these ones for me. You've got a trio, the same type. Double-sided locker this one is, so you've got a box open at the top here. It's got your textured sections there, and then a lock box on the bottom as well. It's different design on that side, so you've got 4 big large sections there, and then on that side you get the 4 little pots and the 2 larger pots, so it kind of opens up like a barn door. You've got a kissing gate, if you will. You're getting 3 of these, just to let you know the size of them. They're a 14 by 8 no, sorry, yeah, 14 by 8 and then a 5 by 4. Your price point today, it's rolling down. You ready? Triple trouble. Bang on the nose, £5. You saw the arrow. I think I saw them go down twice, did I? £5 for you on all 3 of these today. They're multi-use, they're double-sided that we've got there for you. The lovely thing about having a double-sided box is you're getting kind of a shallow surface area to work with. You don't have to kind of delve in. There's not going to be stacks and stacks and stacks on top of each other. So you can really get to exactly what you want, exactly when you want it. Do treat yourself whilst you can. 3 boxes today at that price. I've got Make It So. Yes. The Star Trek, from the Star Trek version, Make It Snow. That's brilliant, Janet. I know that one. No, you've got that other song in my head now. Oh, Dion's putting other songs in my head now. Make It So from Star Trek. I know that Make It Snow, but Make It So Star Trek version. Is it Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow? Make it snow, make it snow, make it snow.
I don't know. Star Trek version.
Yeah, oh, Janet.
I don't know that.
We're searching that later on in the break. I'm getting that up on a well-known song. Thank you for that, Janet. Janet, what other songs have you? What other songs have everyone got in their heads? Are we all feeling? Have we got the Christmas tune in our heads yet? My favourite one is Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Da, 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 da. It's about the one about cranberry sauce. Long story short, I'll fill you in, Deb. Long story short, what happens is a lady goes out to do a Christmas shopping, she forgets the cranberry sauce. She meets a man who's also forgotten the cranberry sauce. What are they like?
As you do.
They fall in love.
That
one?
No, don't know it.
No! I'll sing it to you later in the break. You'll know
Okay.
it's a good one. That.
Yep.
Do text us in today, and any questions as well. Well done, everyone. Storage sorted, so you don't have to go too many times to the loft. Multicoloured barrels. Sorry, you're going to tell me again. It's on my T-bar. Ooh, lengthy strand here of your multicoloured beryl. 30 centimetres, approximately, of your wonderful multicoloured beryl. There's a lot of intensity on here. Don't forget, with beryl, you can be seeing lots of wishy-washy colours now and again. It's just the nature of the beast, really. Beryl can just have those attributes kind of accredited to it, but with this one, you're not. You've definitely got intense colours. You've got those hues that are similar to, you know, an aquamarine, similar to a morganite. Very, very many of them similar to that of a heliodor, actually. Very intense on those colours. You've got a beautiful, beautiful selection of your beryl on here. It's great because you can use it as a collection as it is, or you can use it as individuals if you so choose to. It is a very, very beautiful strand point that we have here for you, graduated from a 2x1 to a 4x2. Now, when you have such an intensity of colour, it's easy to use them side by side because they kind of marry up nicely, in particular when it's a family like this. But you can identify the individual hues yourself and use them separately if you want. Multicoloured graduated beryl, the price point on this one today, you saw the arrows, didn't you? I saw them too. Wowzers. Now, beryl, when you think of beryl, that's not a price you accommodate with it, is it? When you think beryl, you are thinking big, big, big price points. When you're seeing beryl, I'm used to seeing the likes of your morganite, which of course is from your beryl family, 60, 70, 80 pounds at JewelleryMaker prices, depending on kind of the look of them. I'm expecting to see the likes of your aquamarine. We can get really nice aquamarine strands for sort of 15, 20 pounds, even 30 pounds on an aquamarine. I don't expect to see the range of them at a price like that. What do you think? £4.95 for multi-beryl.
And it looks like a really long strand as well.
Yeah, it is. It seems lengthy because you've got big carat weight, 35 carats.
Right. That's just brilliant.
It's phenomenal, isn't it?
You've got to buy multiple strands at that price, haven't you, really?
Yeah. I treat myself to it, I really would, in particular because it is natural. And if you get your hands on a couple of strands, you know you're going to have a few of those different hues running throughout. And with boxes like we've just done for you, easy enough to just open them up, put your aquamarine colours in one part. If you've got a few of these, pick out all the aquamarine colours, pop them in there. Pick out all the pinky tones, put them in there. Pick out all the yellow tones in here. You know, your goshenite tones, pop them in there. How easy is that going to be? And then you've got it all in one place.
Yeah, that's really nice to be able to do that.
To be able to have it all in one place and all organised yourself. Don't forget we had these boxes, a trio of them, £5. Great way of separating out your colour if you so wish to today when you get those home. £4.95 for you. Well done to people who have already got this. And if you do want bargains, you are absolutely in the right place because our shift side manager, so as you'll know, there's two different shift sides. So there's this one and then there's the other shift side as well. And we have different managers. On this shift side, Scott is our manager and Martha's the opposite manager to him on the other shift side. Scott is away. He's away on holiday. He's gone to New York. And I've no idea what that was. That was really strange, wasn't it? I've been to New York. Nobody speaks like that.
No.
But so we are, because the manager's away, on this shift side, we're just going to be being naughty for the next. Is he away for 10 days or 2 weeks? Just great deal. Really, really great deals we're going to do for you. So you're absolutely in the right place. You really, really are. £4.95 on this for you. Get it whilst you can, because when you've got this much quality, when you've got that intensity of colour, but also, I mean, you can see the glow, can't you? You can see some of the brilliance, that fire on some of these, can't you? Don't get me wrong, it's not present on them all. If it was present on them all, you would be putting a 4 or a 5 at the beginning of that price point, but you are definitely getting it on some, and to get that amount for £4.95, it's just astonishing. And actually, I suppose you could really intensify the look of it with the likes of this turquoise. I brought this turquoise for you. I brought it for you. It was a silly price, under £6. That turquoise was natural turquoise. Did it for you earlier on, but this would look phenomenal alongside it, don't you think? £4.95 for you there, and I've got some really exceptional colours for you coming up later on. I think could go really nicely with this actually. You know, just like the likes of, if you've got any multicoloured. That almost gives it a bit of a, is it Moroccan? Is that what I'm thinking? That kind of feel, very vibrant, doesn't it? These are brand new, by the way, and those are coming up for you. Do you know what I mean? About because the intensity of colours, it really shows it off. Hi, Julie. It isn't Christmas without a bit of Slade. That one. And now, thanks to you, I have an earworm I can't get rid of. Julie.
It's a song that goes into your head and just keeps going round and round and round. That's what it's called, an earworm.
I have never heard that term before. An earworm? That's brilliant. That sounds like something I was frightened of getting when I was younger.
Sounds like alien things, doesn't it?
Earworm. So it gets in your ear and it gets stuck in there.
Yeah,
oh, that's
just
good.
round, round, round.
What's the Slade one?
They do,
What is the song? Well, yeah, that one. It's really hard to click out of tune, but I just managed it. Amazing. Tune on time. That was a skill.
Awesome.
£4.95 for you there. I do like that one. Text us in. What's your fave Christmas song? What have you already heard that you've got in your head? Okay, bringing to you now the artistic. I'm so excited to bring this, the jig. I've got a jig for you now. I haven't seen this in absolutely ages. I mean a seriously long time. I don't know if you remember, but a few weeks ago, I've got 100 chances and that is it. A few weeks ago, I brought to you the extra bolts, but we didn't actually manage to get our hands on the jig itself. This is just wonderful. I love this tool. It is, in fact, I'm not entirely sure I've ever been able to bring you this. I don't think I have, but it is a wonderful piece of kit. It really, truly is. Take a little look. One of those tools that looks so simple and is so simple, but creates astonishing looks. This is, I've not got many, I've got 100, that's it. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's really not. These are perfect for gifts to people. Even if someone's never made a piece of jewellery before, they can with this. So what is it? Okay, you've got your bangle base here, or your bracelet base, as it were, and you get all of these little kind of nuts that go in there. So you can put them in any different shape that you wish, and you get loads in there. They're not being stingy. I've seen ones where they just give you 5, but you actually get 20 of these, so a big amount in there. And then you can create on this jig whatever looks or designs you like. You can put them in different areas, and you can actually wire work around them. They even have the blank bags to give extra security. Let me show you on here. These are the types of things you can create. Look, there's a really simple bracelet idea there that's so simple to do, but you can go really, really intricate with this. And the lovely thing is, I find the instructions tells you step by step, not only with an explanation. So many of you are already coming in for this. Not only with an explanation, look, but also with kind of pictures. And it even shows you how to make that specific design as well, which is a wonderful. If you give this as a gift and you give a little bit of 0.8 wire or a 1mm wire, I reckon even 12-year-olds could make something with this, because it's actually got the specific way to make that bracelet on there. But you can make so much more. And don't forget, once your pins are in place, you can always take the pins out and move it along. You could do a full bangle if you wanted here. It's just absolutely, I think teenagers are very, very tricky to purchase for. In particular, if you don't get to see them that often, they can be very, very tricky to purchase for. Something like this, though, give it to them. They can make exactly what they want, and it could be a new skill for them, a new passion for them. Names have gone off my screen. I've got to get the price in on this. I really, really do. This is a fantastic bit of kit, and at £9.95, what a great piece of kit to get your hands on. It truly, truly is. That for me is a Secret Santa gift price, isn't it? If your Secret Santa limit is £10, well then you're absolutely sorted here, aren't you? It's got everything you need. All you need to add to it really is a bit of wire, and hey, I won't tell if you've got a little bit of wire that maybe you don't, you know, that's not the colour for you, and you just give that wire in there. You know, I'm not going to tell anyone. I think that is a sensational price point, and actually it's great not only for doing bracelets on it, but actually you can do different shapes on it, you know, like you would on a flat jig, or you can even do centre bars. You don't have to do a whole bracelet, just centre bar pieces. You could even do pendants, actually, like a nice curved pendant to it, or even clasps you can do with this as well, you know, kind of connectors. It's a wonderful bit of kit. It really, really, really is. It is sensational. And using our imagination, you know, what about if you put a little bit of, say, cling film across it, actually use it as a texture on something, on the likes of your metal, your polymer clay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I was just thinking, because I'll put any texture from anything into polymer clay.
Yeah, and you really can.
That'd be really good.
It would do a really great job. It's just fantastical, I think. Shows you how to do the specific project, but also shows you lots and lots of different techniques to use so you can create your absolute own. So don't think this is the only design you can do, because I tell you what, it's not. I've seen, I think it was Fiona who used this first, and her design, she did some really delicate ones that almost look a bit tennis bracelet-esque, a little bit, and then she did ones that were kind of the whole thing to do really chunky as well if you wanted to, with loads of wire, loads of intricate wire that just fold and fold and fold and fold. And don't forget too, because of the curve of it, I've just come up with a great idea, can I say? You could do centre of your wrist, names on it. You could use it for wire writing, actually.
And you could, yeah, you could.
And to give it that
and then
gentle
it'd have
curve.
the curve to
have
fit.
the curve on it already. It's really, really easy.
Inspired.
Well, thanks. And it is quite sturdy. And if you had the right type of hammer, maybe the nylon hammer, you could actually hammer gently onto it, because it is sturdy. It's very sturdy indeed. You know, it's thick. You could do that. You could hammer onto it, and then if you do the wire writing, it will be a little bit sturdier when you take it off. There's loads you could do with this. There's loads. You might already have it. What have you done with it? What have you done with it that's maybe, you know, you really stood out for you as something a bit special, as a bit beautiful? I just absolutely adore it. I think it's just phenomenal. Your name's gone off my screen, not once, but twice now. So if you want to get your hands on this, now's your opportunity. I've got double figures now left. Do treat yourself to it whilst you can. I just want to show you again this opal, because it's probably about 10-15 minutes away, this. So not that long to wait at all, but it is something very unique and different indeed. It's not your everyday Ethiopian opal, is it? You know when you get the white or clear Ethiopian opal, it's not that look. It's almost got an edge of a very delicate amber colour to it. But then it's got the fire on top. That's coming up. Not super long to wait on that one at all, so do stay tuned for that. Not many of these left at all. To everyone who got them, congratulations. And to everyone who's thinking of giving them as a gift, you're going to get a big, big smile, I'm sure. I've got some ring displays here for you. Now these, again, as we're talking about Christmas gifts, I think a great way to just get your gift sorted. Make a ring, pop it on, wrap that up, you're sorted, done and dusted. Because when I'm wrapping something, I like my wrapping to look good. And if I'm wrapping, say, just a ring, I'm going to want to demonstrate and show that off in a beautiful way. I don't think a gift of just a ring that is wrapped up in a little bit of paper that comes to you about that big, it's going to look that impressive. Really, is it? But if you demonstrate it and if you display it on something like this and wrap that, it looks like it's got a bit more oomph, it's got a bit more impact, but also they've got that there to demonstrate it. You're getting a big pack of these, 10 pieces in total, your black leatherette displays. There's a good amount of you who have already got these but probably want more for those gifts or for your displays in maybe your dressing table or even on your stall. Now's your opportunity to get them whilst you can. The price point on them, I mean, at £8.95 for 10 of them, that's working out around 90 pence per one, isn't it? About 90 pence per one, approximately. Now, at 90 pence per one, if you're going to be doing, or you have been doing, started your Christmas fairs already, at that price point, as a little Christmas extra, you can actually, if you do sell a ring, give this just away. Maybe bump your price a little bit if you wanted to. Maybe take your price up by £1, maybe. Or offer this as a gift wrapping extra for you know, maybe £2 for a gift wrapping extra. I would expect a nice bit of paper and a bit of a bow on it. But to get this included in that as well, I'd be absolutely over the moon. I'd be coming back to your store again because I'd think they've really took my sort of thoughts into consideration. So at that price, I would definitely treat yourself to them for whatever the reason may be. £8.95 is a really, really great price for you. And also, don't forget that you can use these for different things, not just your rings if you don't want to. And you can use them for the likes of the end of a hand adornment if you do a bracelet that goes into a ring. That's quite a nice way. That's how we display it, don't we? We do a bracelet bust here and it goes into the ring. So it's a nice way to display lots of different pieces. OMG, the more bargains you keep having, the less everyone's getting for Christmas. I'm spending all the fund on myself. Beryl at £4.95. Wow. Julie, you know, if you're spending it all on yourself, what phenomenon now? If you're spending it all on yourself, £4.95. It's not a massive one, is it? It's not a massive one. What's that? It's a small glass of wine at a bar, that, isn't it? Or you could have Beryl, and if you use 2 or 3 off the end for, you know, Norma down the road or whatever, it's not for you, is it? You're helping someone out. You're getting a gift for Norma.
True.
It's always raise around it, Julie. Do you know a Norma?
No.
No, me neither. I don't know why I went for a Norma. Just anyone. Do you know a Norma? Oh, good, Dion. Do you know a Norma? No, Carrie. Ollie, what are we guessing? Do we think Ollie knows a Norma or not?
I'd say not.
I'm going Ollie knows a Norma. Oh, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
There's a game there. Knows a Norma or not? Do you know a Norma or not? That's a great idea. I like that. Oh, what are we guessing? Cassie. What are we guessing? Game. Cassie. Is Cassie there?
Yeah.
Cass, hello, Cass. We're going to guess. Right, Cass, don't tell us. We'll get people to message. Do we guess Cassie knows a Norma or not? Does Cass know a Norma or not? There she is. Does she know a Norma or not?
Well,
Text us
there's
in.
no hints there.
Does she know a Norma? Text us in, 60777. There's no prize. It's just self-pride. Brilliant. Julie said, added on to the other 100 or so I've spent in the last few days, jewellery. Yeah, but Julie, if you've been getting it, for example, over the weekend, did you get some of the bargains over the weekend? I know you're saying I'm adding it to the, you know, hundreds, hundreds of things, the hundreds that you've spent. You'll have saved so much though. And even if you just get it now and then you don't have to treat yourself to anything else. Susan knows a Norma! Yes, Susan! Yay. I would have guessed that, Susan. You strike me as a Norma knower. You do, Susan. You always have. Yeah, Ollie's like, yeah, of course. Susan, I reckon Susan knows Norma from North Yorkshire. North Yorkshire Norma. North Norms, they call her. Just North Norms, just on a friendly day. Norms of the North. Norms of the North, unite!
Oh,
so,
I don't know what she's been eating and drinking today.
I told you, it's that falafel.
Is that, yeah.
It's that falafel and hummus I had. It was delicious. So lovely to see all of you today. It's really nice for you to all get involved. And if you want to get involved with something special, then how about treating yourself to opal? I have got a beautiful, beautiful, almost cinnamon or amber back-toned opal that just shows off that pinfire exquisitely. It is going to probably be a considered purchase for many, but if you can treat yourself to it, why not treat yourself to the best? This is a star buy. It's the juxtaposition between the back palette and the colour of that opalescence, of that fire, of that flash that makes this such an intense strand. The way I would describe it to you is, well, it's as easy as this, if I describe it to you in this manner. If I show you this ring stand, it's a black ring stand. You've got it on the white there, you can see it really easily. As soon as I put something black behind it, it's not as noticeable, is it? You can't see it as well. That's why a lot of the time we'll show certain findings on, say, you know, the white, or we'll show it on the black. And the same with the demonstrations. It's very much the same with this opal. So with opal, if you have a kind of gentler back palette, let's say, if you have a clearer colour, what happens is you will be able to see the colours all around and through that gemstone. And that means that the colours themselves, the fire, the sparkle, that opalescence can sometimes seem quite subdued. With this though, because that back palette is slightly darker, because there's a mammoth juxtaposition between the pinfire and the body colour, all you get is this neon firework blast of quality. It is just absolutely beaming with colour, isn't it? Because you've got that amber-like tone, and I actually think this would go great with amber. I don't know if you've got amber in your collection at home, if you've got any in your stash, but if you do have any amber, I think this would go sensationally well, or even the likes of a cinnamon zircon. A citrine would go nicely with it as well. But because you've got that back hue, isn't that pinfire just absolutely boundless, isn't it? Can't you see so much of those greens and reds and blues that are absolutely sparkling? It truly, truly, truly is. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Because you've got all of that back hue, and because you've got all of that neon, it's just such a juxtaposition. It brings you that detail of flash. I really, really, really adore it. Let me show you it with this as well. Show that. Look at that. Wow. It's just phenomenal. It really, really is. I adore it. The pinks, the reds, the greens, the golds, it's all just shining. You can see exactly what I mean, can't you? And I show it to you like that. You can see because of that body colour, it's so intense. Now, I do understand that this will be a considered purchase for some. And what I will say to you is that sometimes you get what you pay for. Sometimes here at JewelleryMaker, you don't at all. Sometimes you get things that are way over quality for the price. I think this is going to be one of those things, even though it's a considered purchase, because you have got that neon, you have got that amber tone, and you have got pure quality. You can see it, I can see it, you can own it for this price. Considered. But you know, I can't always do this, but you know how I feel about opal. I believe that if people want to own something like this, even if we can just take off an extra £1 to put it in someone's price bracket, then we will. I'm going to drop this price down for you. Dion's got a finger on the button. She's got her arrows out. It's rolling down your price point today. We've tried to make this as affordable as we possibly can for you, for all of that quality, for all of that fire, that really workable body of colour, because you've got that amber-like tone. I mean, it makes this gemstone just so unique. And please, never at this time of year, I would say, don't hesitate on buying opal. Don't, because at Christmas, at this time of year when it's cold, it's a little bit dimmer and duller outside, and it's kind of dark for most of the day. Well, you wake up in the morning, it's dark. And you leave work and it's dark. This gemstone absolutely thrives in that light. It truly does. I'm about to make an opal and tanzanite necklace and earrings for my daughter for Christmas. Oh, Patricia, what a pairing. What a pairing. What a sensational gift.
beautiful.
What would you be pairing with this gift? I've already sort of mentioned, you know, citrine and amber and cinnamon zircon. What would you pair with this,
Well, I think pearls work really nicely with it because you have the colours on the surface of the pearl, and you've got the colours with the opal. But also, one that's maybe a little bit more unusual is moonstone.
Oh,
Rainbow
that is
moonstone.
a good plan. That is a good plan.
You've got every colour you could possibly wish for then, haven't you? And you've got the same sort of quality in the base colour of the stones, really, with the sort of that sort of gentle tone, and then the flashes of colour. So I think that would be beautiful. But do you know, it actually works with so many different gemstones because of the colours that you get coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's interesting with the pearls, isn't it? If you want to maybe show off the pearlescence on the surface, even better. These are great. These are coming up in the kit for you. Well done, people. $74.95. If you want colour and juxtaposition and quality at a drop-down price, then you're absolutely in the right area. And please don't be afraid of opal. Give it a go. You don't have to do a whole strand. If you're thinking, oh, there's so much colour there, I wouldn't know what to do, pair it with something like a little pearl, because there's already pearlescence on the surface of this that's more subtle, so it kind of won't distract, but it will just work alongside. I think it's phenomenal. I really do. Well done to people who got your hands on that one. Now, can I just say, I've got sterling silver findings pack offer. And it's coming up for you very, very soon indeed. And just want to show you again. Now, I don't know if this is just me. I want to try it out first. Now, I think that would work. I actually do think that would work really well. I would only use a little sprig of each, but I think they look really good together because the opalescence is showing. Look at that big one in the middle. Can you see greens, the emerald greens, and then ruby reds, and even some of the sapphire yellows?
Yeah,
that works, doesn't it?
That does work really well, actually.
11 o'clock it's coming up. Black spinel looks good with opal. Good morning, everyone. Good morning,
Hi.
Sharon Louise. How are you? Good idea. We had some black spinel in our kit earlier.
Is that pre-night on the front? Those chips?
Yeah, the nuggets, sorry.
Yeah, nuggets. That would look amazing because of the greens and the base colour on your opal there. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I like that.
Why? All right, see where you go with that.
Yeah.
Those are coming up for you later on as well. Okay, should we bring them then, since Deborah Rudge likes them? Let's bring them. Well done to everyone who got that. That is a true heirloom piece, and like I say, you can be as sparing as you like with that because the power and impact of it is so intense. One will do all the talking for you, so that's going to last and last and last. Okay, I've got for you now a duo, 2 double strands. Look at the amount you're getting of your wonderful pre-night. Push it pre-night. Push it pre-night. Do, do, do. Is that what you were going for? Is that what you were going for? I've got for you here your pre-night collection. Now, what I adore about your pre-night is it gives you a look unlike anything else. It gives you this gentle hue, but it also gives you interest. I think when you've got pre-night, because when's the last time you saw pre-night? I feel like I haven't seen it in quite some time. I feel like we actually didn't stop doing it, but we didn't see it very much at all for a good month or so, which is a shame really, because I do love and adore pre-night. I've got for you here something that Ollie says looks like it tastes like sour apple sweets, which I do completely get. It does a little bit. It is such an individual and unique colour. I completely agree. You're getting 2 double strands here of that, and it is 220 carats worth on each strand, so 440 in total. We'll treat you to a great price on this. £5. That's it, £5 on the note. We're taking it to a random price because you know we're normally a 95er, but if we were to take off an extra 5p, we'd be losing money. So we've just given it to you at the lowest price we could possibly can. Imagine doing a nice chandelier pair of earrings with these, selling those for £5. Sorted. Hello Chantal, good morning crew. If you don't know Norma, do you know Norman?
I was going to say
one.
I don't know a Norma, but I know a Norman.
You don't know a Norman, but you know a Norman. Norman. Hang on. I've heard of a Norman. Do you know what I mean? No, it's not my neighbour. No, it's not EastEnders. Everyone knows what that's from, don't you? Norman.
No.
Honestly, blank looks around. Text in, please, if you know what that is an impression of. What programme is that from? Well-known programme. Norman.
What's...
Norman!
Does it sound like that, or is that just...
Yes, Eb,
Yeah.
it sounds exactly like that. Well, it's similar. It sounds similar to that.
No, it doesn't ring any bells.
So I know of a Norman from a well-known TV show.
Is it on TV now?
I think so. People will know. We're going to get an influx of texts now. Influx. 60777 if you know. Or if I just made this up.
I think you've dreamt it. And,
No,
yeah,
I definitely
no, it's real.
haven't. I haven't. Now, Kerry, do you know a Norman? Kerry, do you know a Norman? No, Kerry does not know a Norman. Ollie, do you know a Norman? No, doesn't know a Norman. Gosh, what are we like? Fireman Sam. Nice one, Julia. Absolutely. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Do you
I
remember?
never watched Fireman
Yes,
Sam.
everyone's texting in. Norman's mum. Norman Price from Fireman Sam. Thank you.
Well.
Norman. He had little. He had like orange ginger hair. I'm sure he did, and his mum was quite overbearing, and she was always yelling, "Norman!" like that.
Yeah. I just, for some reason, it keeps going round in my head. Fireman Sam and his black and white cat. That's the wrong programme. It's Postman Pat.
You're thinking
isn't
of
it? And his
Postman
black
Pat.
and white cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's Fireman Sam? Early in the morning.
No, that's Postman Pat.
No,
that's what was going through my head.
Oh, that is hard. Sam is the hero next door. Yeah, I've remembered it now.
Oh.
Yeah. Gosh, that was a good programme. And in answer to your question, it is still on, but I can't get away with watching it anymore, really. Now, 3 packs of sterling silver findings I'm bringing to you now. And Cass is bringing them over to me right now. Cass, let's find out. Let's find out, Cass.
Yes.
We've been waiting.
Yep.
Bated breath. Let's have our bets in, please.
Now.
Jan, do you think Cass knows a Norma?
Jan
Deb.
doesn't know.
Deb. Deb.
Jan! You're down there, mate.
Deb, do you think Cass knows a Norma?
I think she doesn't.
I'm going to say she knows a Norma. Kerry. Kerry thinks she knows a Norma. Ollie, does Cass know a Norma? Or Norma or Norman? Norma. You're going to say Norman. She knows a Norman, not a Norma. D? Yeah.
No way!
Gosh. 10 to hooks we were on.
This is the silliest
We were
game.
on at 10 to
How many
hooks then,
people are
Cass?
going to play this at Christmas? Instead of your standard board game, you can play Do You Know a Norma?
Yeah, put away the Trivial Pursuits. Let's play Do You Know a Norma? Now I've got a triple offer here for you. And for this one, you don't need to know a Norma. You just need to know great prices, because this is going to be one of them. I've got for you here a mammoth selection of your 925. 3 packs of these in total. Have you made any Christmas gifts yet? Are you planning on making any Christmas gifts? If you are, what are you going to go for? Are you going to go for, if you're doing wire work, are you going to go for some kind of traditional pieces? Are you going for a simple pendant with a nice chain? Are you going to go for a charm bracelet? Whatever you're going for, are you going to be working with 925 or copper? For me, myself, if I'm making for anyone, I will tend to use sterling silver. In particular, if I'm doing earrings. If I'm making earrings for anyone else, if I'm making them for myself, it doesn't matter. I don't have an issue with my ears at all. But for anyone else, I will always do 925. Now, this is a trio, unlike any other. You can see the arrows, I can see the arrows. You get this pack over a few times. Let me tell you what's in it. It's including, but not limited to, 10 925 crimp cupboards, 10 2925 beads. You get the head pins. You get lobster claw clasp, 2 different sizes. Your earrings, you get the chain, and more. 45 pieces in each pack, but I've got 3 packs of this, meaning you're getting around 135 pieces of 925. Your gram weight on this is going to be excessive. The quality on this is going to be epic. The price on this is minimal. £27.95. I know, that's how good it is. Now, the fire alarm is going off. Does that mean that we go off? It's stopped. Now, do not worry, we're all here, we're all safe. Kerry's just was halfway out the door there. She was ready. She was ready to meet on the car park to play Do You Know a Norma? The fire alarm has gone off now, though. We are going to double check now that it's fine, but apparently we're all good to go. Someone burning the toast. It's all good, don't worry, we're all safe. Someone burn a bit of toast. So do treat yourself to this one whilst you can. A price, they're just testing it, were they? I didn't get that email.
No warning.
Just to let you know, just to let you know, Maureen knows a Noreen.
Noreen.
I've never heard of a Noreen.
Noreen.
Oh, no, I have. Noreen.
Yeah.
Noreen.
No.
Noreen, no. Where's that?
That's not, no, wasn't that Nolene?
Nolene.
Yeah.
Nolene. Jolene.
Jolene. Thanks, Kerry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jolene.
good one, Kerry. That's ridiculous. Of course it's Jolene. Nolene. Nolene. That should be some sort of like, cleaning product, shouldn't it? Hey, we should come up with that. We should come up with that. Something
no
like...
dirt, use Nolene.
Okay.
No, that didn't work either, did it?
I think we'll work on it. I think we need to work on that. Hey Sue, JM Studio. Hi, my mum's name is Norma. She's 86 and loves watching your show, and that is from Susu. Well, now we all know a Norma. Good morning, Norma. I hope you're all good. Know a Norma. Who knew? Who knew knowing a Norma could be so exciting? That's uncanny. Are you sure you don't do the voiceover for Norman's mum? Lol. Thank you. Thank you. No, but if they are going to do a reboot of it, hey, who knows? Thank you. I'm glad people knew. Everyone else just looked at me blank faces. Anyway. This is a great price point for you here. A price so hot, we set off the fire alarm. £27.95 on this for you here. Hey, Kimberly, I went to school with a Norman, but can you remember the advert that they shout, Doreen? Where is the Saurine? Yes, I can. You know Saurine?
Yes.
The delicious,
yummy,
chewy
malt loaf.
Malt loaf. Yeah. Wasn't Noreen the woman that was eating the Saurine? It must be Noreen or Doreen. Where's the Saurine?
I don't know that. No, I don't remember the advert.
I do remember it. I remember it.
No.
Do you not know what Saurine is? Oh, it's delicious.
It
Honestly,
is
you'd
yummy.
love it. Sticks to your teeth. It's the
does.
only kind of bread-based thing that literally attaches it. It adheres to your teeth.
I think it's because it's got like black treacle and stuff in, hasn't it?
It's really good.
Yeah.
There's loads of you getting this. If you love a bargain, you're in the right place with us today. You really are. Well done to you all. 3 packs of those. It's a mammoth amount. Let me just show you as well. If you've got this, let me show you with this, please. There we go. Pop that up. hang on. Do you see what I mean? If you've got that quality. Hi Julia. Hello to Kent. Hello to Pamela. And hello to Mary. Hello to Warwickshire. Hello to another Kent. Lanarkshire's in with us as well. We've got Angus in. Hello to Annie. How are you? Dawn's in with us too. There's loads of you in with us today. It's nice to see you all. $27.95, and don't forget that's coming up for you not so long. And I think if you've got your 925, it's the perfect pairing, isn't it? Okay, 9 o'clock hour. 9 o'clock hour which box, sorry? Have I got some beards? Let me have a look. No beards in here. Gear beards. Gear beads. Yeah. In this gorgeous rose gold colour. Oh, that is really, really beautiful. I have got a lot of your rose gold pieces in here for you today. And I've got to say, if you want an absolute bargain, you're in the right place with these ones. So I've got for you here a big selection of your gear beads. Now, these are just beautiful. Now, I know this is a very, very silly thing to point out, but if you look in the pot, can you see how they're all stacked on top of each other? In that, at the base. Now, that wouldn't happen if these were a pure round. You've seen when I've done this on a pure round and they kind of mound out, they kind of sit here. That is because these are so structural. Now, because they're so structural, they act in a very, very different way to any other spacer you're likely to have. If you've just got loads of round spacers, which don't get me wrong, are fantastic, they will react and work in a very, very, very different manner to the likes of your gears. These are just so beautiful for the stackability. Now you can stack these on top of each other like you would a usual round, but actually you can use these in very, very geometric ideas. They are like cogs. They have the teeth that do grind into each other, and they do actually turn each other. If you work alongside them, they will actually turn into each other. They're very structural, they're very different to work with indeed, and they're going to just add a little bit of something different to your pieces. Big drill hole on there, absolutely mammoth actually, mammoth drill hole in there, so you'll be able to work with these beautifully. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece that we have here with 100 of them. It's going to give a little bit different to your designs, and if you're into the likes of your micro kumihimo or macrame,
yeah.
These, price point today. People coming in left, right and centre, £5.95 for you today. You've got genuine rose gold over the top of these, and they have got that cog-like design to them. I mean, if I pick these up and you can really take a look at them, massive drill holes on them, beautiful working at the side. They're not spiky at all, at all. These set into the likes of your resin, these with your kumihimo or your macrame. I mean, how would I incorporate these into a design, please, into a macrame design?
Well, if you you must have seen like bracelets and necklaces and things where you've got beads in between rows of knotting.
I do. The type you get in gift shops and things like that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I know.
Then you can use these in place of the beads, and your threads will actually sit in the grooves down the side of the.
Oh, that's a lovely idea.
Down the side of the beads, so they'll just nestle into your actual design really nicely.
I like that idea a lot because they give you just such a unique look. Now,
it will.
This isn't a price point that we usually are allowed to do. It's not a price point that we usually are meant to do. But actually, today we are treating ourselves to this price point because, hey, why not? Our manager's away for a few days on our shift side, so we're treating ourselves whilst we can. Lots of you multi-purchasing on this, so do feel free to get your hands on these ones. Because there is a big, big, big amount for you there. £5.95. Now, I've just been told, sorry, that something new's coming, has it? 5 strands. A smoky quartz, an amethyst, a green amethyst, a citrine. Ooh. And I've just found, I was going to say there's only 4 strands, and a pink and a rose quartz. Oh, wow. New.
Oh, they're pretty.
Oh, that is so pretty. The stacker bracelet craze, I thought would have died down by now. It hasn't. I was absolutely wrong. It is mammoth. And these for a stacker bracelet design. How fun and fabulous is that going to be? This is essentially what we have here is we have the quartz family in 4 very different looks, 4 very different designs. I think they are so phenomenal. These are going to be coming up for you right here, right now. That is very special look indeed. If you like the idea of symmetry in gemstone family, in shape, but you like difference and to be unique and stand out, then this is going to be the collection for you. It's my star buy. It's nice to be able to have a family of gemstones in one place so that they can really show off and shine exactly what each and every one of them is about. When you think of your own family, you know, you may all share the same name, but every single one of you is very different. You might be complete polar opposites, you might just have slightly different quirks, and that's exactly what this quartz collection is like. It's all under the umbrella and the family name of quartz, but when you see the variety Mother Nature offers us, you'll see why this is one of the most famed and most loved of all gemstones families. Now, I'm going to start off with you with a very beautiful, extremely kind of high quality rose quartz. This to me, have I got a look? This to me has got that Madagascan look to it. It's got that clarity aspect to it, which we don't normally expect. I don't know if you recall, but around about sort of a year and a half ago, you got the rose quartz we used to get was totally opaque. Nearly every single strand completely opaque. Nice, because you get that internal interest of these kind of silk-like structures, but totally opaque. Now that, for quality-wise, when it comes to quartz, is not exactly what we look for. Quartz itself, depending on where you read, will be classed as a type 1 or type 2 gemstone. So clarity is an aspect that is in either of those cases looked for. This has most certainly got it, and that is a real rarity within rose quartz. Goes to show you that quality of this strand. So exceptional quality there, and a quality we're not used to seeing. People are already coming in for this. I'm not sure of the price on this because, like I say, it's just come in. I've then got for you, so you've got the quality of clarity here. I've then got for you a very unusual strand, a strand we do not get to see very often at all. This is your green amethyst that we have here. Now with your green amethyst, what you're getting is a very unusual rare stone. Amethyst is readily known in its purple colour, and that's mainly because it's the more common variety. Now this variety that we have here we don't get to see very often because essentially the kind of collection, the ingredients, let's say, in the cocktail that makes up this gemstone is essentially the same as the purple. It's just to do with the growing environment that we get this. And the growing environment for the likes of your green amethyst is very rare in comparison to the abundancy of the right temperatures, the right pressure, etc. that you get with the purple amethyst. So really rare gemstone of the quartz family, and unusual to be able to see it here today. Speaking of its relative, I would say the better known sister, this is your amethyst. February's birthstone in the purple. Now, what we have with the purple is you have the regality. Someone's going to look at this and know exactly what it is. This is the type of gemstone that is so famous. I would put my neck out on the line and say it is the most famous of all quartz. I think when you're getting something that is so famed and so prestigious, what you're getting there is an instant gift and an instant knowledge of your customer, of your loved one, of whoever you're gifting to. When you've got that much fame, you've got promotion there, and this is a highly promoted gemstone. When you think of some of the most promoted gemstones in the world, what comes to mind? I mean, diamond, obviously, doesn't it? Diamond comes to mind. The promotion of diamond is epic. Pearls even. Pearls have had promotions for years, from quotes from famous people to whole jewellers' lines surrounding it. And so has amethyst. Amethyst is one of the most famous of all birthstones, and actually there are entire websites and shops dedicated to this gemstone alone. So a lot of prestige there indeed. I'm also going to bring to you now something to give a nice sense of elegance, a sense of kind of richness and maturity with your smoky quartz. Ooh. Now, with your smoky quartz, which is slightly different to the other kind of quartzes, what you're getting is a very mature, very grown-up back palette. But the thing I love about a smoky quartz is I think it goes with everything, because it's on your monochrome scale, isn't it, in a sense? It's not your black, it's not your white, which can be very, very harsh, but in the quartz family, it's very, very, very similar to that. And in fact, if I sort of just pick this up and kind of drape it over the other colours, you can see, I think, that it goes with every single one. It gives that prestigious purple a bit of a richness. It makes that green seem a little bit more lively than when it weren't there. And it shows off the clarity and glow of that rose quartz even more, doesn't it? So a very, very useful strand, I would say, to have in there. And last but by no means least, if you're looking for a little bit of sunshine on a rainy day, you've got it here. Oh, that is a pop of colour. Has to be one of the most intense citrines I have ever been fortunate enough to see here at JewelleryMaker. When you've got intensity, what you've essentially got there is something that the buyer's guide states with the likes of a citrine, that the intensity, the saturation as it were, if that's up there, then your prices are going to be up there as well. And this is most certainly serious, epic colouring that we have there. And that is something we look for. Now, this is obviously going to be a collector's selection. If you are a collector of any gemstone, you're in the right place. If you love your quartz, or you know someone that does, well, what a great collection, because let's face it, here we've got such an array. You've got that clarity on that beautiful rose quartz. You've got the unusual and rarely seen green amethyst. You've got one of the most prestigious quartzes in the world with that purple amethyst. You've got the, it will go with all of them, versatility of the smoky quartz. And then you've got that ridiculous saturation and intensity of the citrine. The price point on this today, I would never have expected. That is working out about £3 per strand, approximately. Working out £3 per strand. I would never, ever expect that much clarity on a rose quartz for £3. I would never, ever expect that much intensity of hue in a citrine. If I looked at hue, I know that that's one of the main things on the buy guide. If I look at the hue of a citrine, I know the deeper it is, the richer it is. As an educated guess, the higher the price point will be, and I would never attach £3 to that strand. I would never put £3 on any strand that was as versatile as this smoky quartz. I would never, ever put £3 to something that we hardly ever see, and because we hardly ever see it, we don't you know, when we do see it, we tend to have a higher price point on it. So I would never expect a £3 on the likes of your Prasiolite, that kind of green amethyst colour, and I would most certainly not expect a £3 price point on the likes of that amethyst. And other people are agreeing. Kimberly's saying, hi, I've just made 22 amethysts, 95 drops. Wow. Earrings for my friends for Christmas, all from JM, beautiful to work with, and special friends also get a bangle. Oh, Kimberly, you see, I think that's a perfect idea. I love that you went for amethyst for all of your friends, because people will know amethyst. As soon as you give it to them and they see that beautiful purple genuine gemstone, they will know definitely that that is your real deal amethyst. They will know it just to look at it, because it is just that richness and that glow and that intensity. And I love educating people when I give gifts on the likes of, you know, oh, well, this is a labradorite, or this is a zircon. You know, I adore doing that. But now and again, it's nice for them to just go, oh, wow, Is this Amethyst? Oh my God, you know, to see the kind of cogs almost turning, as it were. Brand new Star Buy we have here for you, working out approximately £3 per strand. What a deal. Name's going off my screen for a second time now. Also, going to give them a copy of the authenticity certificate and a piece of anti-tarnish cloth. Oh, Kimberly, you are good. You are good. She's thinking of every eventuality there, every eventuality. And you know what, that looks really professional as well. $14.95, I've got to leave that with you. Brand spanking new Star Buy. After the break, I'm bringing you some sensational cabochons and I've got demonstrations galore. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Join guest designer Sarah Elvin for the Introduction to Bead Looming DVD. Sarah will guide you through many techniques including adding beads, pattern creations, beading with chips, adding beads to warp thread, as well as how to set up your bead loom. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Just sparkling, isn't it? Isn't it? It's like you've stepped into a winter wonderland. It's just elegant to look at, isn't it? I've got some cabochons of course you're Druzy. It could only be Druzy, couldn't it? When you see that amount of effect, how wonderful. And you're going to get this look adorning, say, your neckline as you wear these and you chasse through the ball or through the supermarket, because these are the type of gemstones you wear and your walk is no longer a walk, it is a strut. You know? It's one of those, you put these on and there's this crowd of people and you almost feel like there's a crowd of people in the shopping centre and they're all in your way, and you wear this and it's like they separate and you just chasse through with this. It's that kind of look though, isn't it? It's really defined. It's really eye-catching in its appearance. Every single one of them in itself is just so epic to look at. Now, I feel like we haven't had this druzy in for quite some time, so it's nice to have it back in for a last time just before Christmas. It's perfect for this time of year, isn't it? What we have here is you've got two different colours. You've got your shimmer and you've got your multicolour. The one I'm showing you now is a multicolour. I think looks perfect with the likes of your hematite or your coated pyrite. I also think looks astonishing with peacock pearls if you've got any in your collection. I think that'd look beautiful. You've got no drill hole on these, so perfect for your prong setting, or just do as Deb did earlier and get a bit glue happy. And you can put these onto so many of your different designs. You've got your multicoloured and you've got your shimmer as well. The price point today on these ovals, we've rolled it down, come here you, to £19.95 for them. Now, just to let you know that that will be this amount. You will be getting 5 of the shimmer and 5 of the multicolour. Less than £2 each, I've just been told you're going to be getting these for. I'm joined today by the lovely, look at her hair, where has she been? Wow! Deb Rudge. How are you, Deb Rudge?
I'm all right, thank you.
What would you be doing with these ones?
Well, I think some soutache with those would be amazing.
Yep.
Because that would really focus the eye.
Yeah.
And because you've got all the colours and everything in there, you can go to town with the colours on your soutache cords.
Oh yeah, you can.
That'd look fab.
You can really go for it
Just
with these.
Just a big statement necklace. And you've actually got enough to make some simple stud earrings as well. With just either use one of the sterling silver pair that are flat, you know, like the flat studs.
I know what you mean, yeah, yeah.
You can just glue it on the back.
I like that idea. It's going to give it a real lift, isn't it?
It will, yeah.
A real special look.
But if you do a really big necklace with quite a few of those in, and then just a couple of simple stud earrings, that's
a good idea.
Sorted, isn't it?
Yeah, you're absolutely done and dusted there then, aren't
but
you?
But they're the perfect size for a ring, looking at them.
I agree with you.
They're not too big, so you could wear it, you know, every day. On the collars, oh yes.
Something like that.
A gold, oh yeah.
Something like
That's
that.
That's really picking out the gold tones
brings out
on
that colour, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, well done to everyone who's got these. £19.95, we've just dropped them in price. Get them ones whilst you have the opportunity. Got a big bundle now. I love this bundle. Have we got a second sample of this bundle? By any chance? I've got for you here a hematite collection.
Oh.
The only reason I'm not saying have we got a second sample is because the knots come out the other end. So there you are. Well, it goes to show how many you get, doesn't it? Look at that. It goes to show how many you're getting. So you're getting a mammoth. Let me tie a knot in this end because otherwise it will come undone. You're getting a mammoth amount of your hematite here. Absolutely sizable, huge amount. You're getting these beautiful lengthy tubes. And with the tubes, you're getting a really decent sized drill hole, which is of course why I've taken them all off the strand, because I'm just that helpful. I just like to, you know, I'm so helpful. I've got for you here these wonderful tubes, and you can see how sizable that drill hole is. I mean, really, it's mammoth. I'm saying 0.8 through there, no problem whatsoever, and upwards and above. I really would. You've got here a sensational hematite tubes, and those ones that we have in there, I'll show you them next to each other on the strand I've got left over. You're getting the 7x5mm on those ones, so really, really, really easy for you to work with on that size. But then I'm also getting the rondelles as well. Plain rondelles you're going to be getting with these, and it is in that bluey antiques bronze-esque colour. And you get the multicoloured looks around the outside. If I sort of hold them, you'll be able to see as it moves. You get that little peak, that little wink of different colours, don't you? And that one is your plain rondelles. Now you're getting both of these strands. There's a big amount here, just one. Oh, do you get? Yeah. So you get these two strands at one price point, and guess what? The price is going down. Yes, I know. That is astonishing. These are real deal, genuine gemstones, and they're working out less than £3 each. The carat weight on this is mammoth. I mean, you're looking at, ooh, well, over 350 carats, over 350 carats, and you can get so many looks with these. I mean, look at what Sue's made. Sue, as always, showing us this beautiful design. How fab is that? I like how she's got these little twisted jump rings in between. Do you know what it sort of reminds me of? It reminds me of the French patisserie thing. Oh, what is it? Meringue, cream, meringue.
Pavlova?
No, it's not really meringue though, actually, now I think of it. Macaroons.
Oh, macaroons.
Reminds me of a little macaroon, doesn't it? Oh, do feel free to text us in today, by the way. We're playing a game. Play a game. Do you know a Norma? Let's find out. Michael, do you or do you not know a Norma? Now, don't tell us. Have a little think. What are we saying? Everyone for Norma, say aye.
Yeah, aye.
Cass, I say Cass and Dion. Dion and Cass, we're all saying nay.
Nay. Nay, Norma.
Do we know a Norma, Mike?
Nay.
Yeah! Woo! We should start. Why haven't we done a point system? Why haven't we done a point system? Claire, let's play. Claire, does Claire know a Norma? What are we saying? Who's a yay or nay?
Claire, I would say, do you know, I say yay.
Does she strike you as a Norma knower?
Yeah, yeah. She's definitely a Norma knower.
I'm saying non-Norma knower. No.
Claire's travelled a lot, you know.
She has travelled a lot. She's
She
travelled
may have come
about.
across a Norma.
It's nay. She does not know a
Nay.
Norma.
Are you sure, Claire?
She knows. Are you sure, Claire? Claire, are you sure? She said she would like to know a Norma, though. She'd love to be a Norma knower. Well done to everybody. Do feel free to text us in today. We wanted to know what's your first Christmas tune you've heard. Have you heard a Christmas tune on the radio yet? Text us in 60777 or to ask Deb any questions. Thank you for those two. The earrings and the bracelet as well, which you saw are just beautiful. Okay, scoop these up for you. Oh, hello. Scooping them away. So, I've got for you now a kit. Now, tell us a little bit about this kit, please, Deb.
Well, it's very subdued and calm and quite serene, I think, with the colours that it's got in the kit. Both, it's got Eslon in it, which is always a winner for me.
Yeah, definitely agree.
And pearls. So what's not to like? It's gorgeous.
There is
Absolutely
a lot to
gorgeous.
love in it, actually, isn't there?
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
let me just pull this across. 4 strands of pearls. Are you in heaven?
I kept opening the packets up and thinking, oh, it's more pearls, more pearls. And I kept thinking, soon there's going to be a strand that isn't pearl. And it was just all pearls. So
Real
I was
pearl,
really
real
happy.
pearl, real pearl, real pearl.
Yep, yep.
We don't always see that, do we? We'll sometimes see 2 strands of pearls and then 2 shell, but this is the real deal. Now, let me just shimmy that over for you. So, I'm bringing for you here your silver freshwater pearls. Now, these ones are just so, so pretty. You've got in here, let me grab these ones, is it those ones? You've got in here a 5 by 3 strand of your silver, and you've got the grey strand as well, which is in a slightly different size, but I think they look very, very similar in their hue. You've got beautiful look with the 5x3, really nice luster point on those. You've got that really strong, bold colour with the grey as well, which I think is very eye-catching. I'm then bringing to you, can you believe it, 2 natural strands of pearls as well. So I've got a white pearl in both forms, but I've got a really delicate 3x2, and I've got a big bold 4x6. Now when we're dealing with natural coloured pearls, what we're looking at is we're looking at something that Mother Nature herself tends not to do. Well, she does. She makes her own natural coloured pearls. Mother Nature isn't there, you know, with a little pot full of dye in the mollusk. But when we create the natural coloured pearls, Mother Nature has a tendency to make them sometimes a bit murky. They can be very uneven. They can even be speckled in their detail. So a lot of the time we will treat a pearl. But with these two, Mother Nature has made such an epic job on them. The colour's clean, the surface is pure, there's not lots of pits or falls in there, gorgeous nacre detail on it. Because she's done such a great job, we haven't had to mess with those at all. So you've got the beautiful accent natural strand, and you've got the larger sizes in there. I'm also going to bring you some findings. Now this is a big findings pack. You know, I showed you Sue's piece and I talked about the little macaroons and talk about the twisted detail jump rings. They're in this pack. So you could do that look that Sue's done as well. Debbie, oop, pretty pearls. Ooh, pretty pearls. Pretty.
Pretty.
That's how I describe puppies. Oh, it's such a pretty girl. You're getting a lot in this findings pack as well. This is getting in here, you're included but not limited to the likes of your chain, your S-shaped clasp in there. You're getting, I think, featherweight head pins in here, are we? Looks to be that. So you've got a big array, great at this time of year, and like I say, you've got the twisted detail on a few different pieces, including things like the toggle clasp here. I'm also going to bring you some of your S-long cord. Now we were talking all about the benefits of an S-long this morning, and this is a really beautiful one. The detailed design that Deb has created with this that we're going to learn is like a lace detail. I was saying to her actually, macrame is a look that I enjoy. Dabbled in it now and again, but for me personally, in the style I like to wear, I find that if I'm working with like a 1mm to create my macrame, which is all I've done before, it's a bit too chunky for me. That with this cord though looks totally different. Looks totally different. Don't you think? It's like lace. It's like a handmade lace, I think. I think that's just so elegant. I absolutely love that design, and I'm going to be watching very carefully because I do want to make this big time. I've then got for you your essential threading pack as well. If you're brand new to us, let me just quickly explain what this is. You've got an elastic, which does what it says on the tin. You've got your monofilament, which is like a very strong, sturdy, clear fishing thread, as it were. You've then got your beading thread, sometimes referred to as a tiger's tail, and you have lots and lots of metal in there that's got a coating over it. We've done DVDs on this, your beading thread. It's so wonderful to work with. Great for stranding, great for kind of beaded design, but also lovely in almost wire work-esque pieces. You're getting a huge amount in here, and if you are new to us, we call this our kit, and what we do is we send it out a week or so in advance to our guest designer. They get to work with it and we get to see a demo, so we're going to see that now. But first you need to make sure you've got your kit. So 4 strands of real genuine pearls, 2 of them totally natural, a massive amount of your S-long thread. Of that cord you are getting a mammoth 70 meters, and just to let you know, that cord is your 0.4, so great for pieces. You're getting a massive findings pack as well, a lot of pieces in there, and then you're getting your essential threading pack. Your price point today on all of this is just £24.95. I mean, wowzers. That price, if you're thinking of these as individuals, 4 strands here, which is what we've got, at that price point, even if we just said to you £5 per strand, with the extras, you're getting the extras for just a few pounds. you're getting all of these extras, a massive findings pack, 95 pieces, 70 metres worth of your Essilon thread, and this big findings pack for £5. And that, imagining that these are £5 each, these strands, which they're not.
No.
That is exceptional price point.
It is. And I mean, it goes on for quite a way.
Yeah.
I could have made another necklace. Let me think. Or another pair of earrings, because I've used the same kit for the demo bits. So I've got one complete kit left.
Got
that can go back into stock.
You can go back and that's astonishing.
My Essilon hardly touched it, so I've got most of my reel left.
Fantastic. It does just go on and on and on, doesn't it?
And it is an absolutely beautiful kit. So serene, I think.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah, I agree with you. Serene, not saurine, as we were talking
Saurine,
about
yeah.
before. Completely
Doreen.
different thing. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. My name's Becky, and as you can tell, I am joined today by the delectable Deb Rudge.
Not Jan.
No,
It's not Jan.
no. I don't know. Do you find that other people call you Jan? It's not just me.
Yeah.
But you don't even look like her, or sound like her, or dress like her, or make anything like her. I tell you what it is. Just one of those
think
weird
it's
things.
Amazonian height.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's the
Maybe
only
that's
thing
what
I
it is. Amazonian height. With that
That's
description.
the only thing I can think of.
Maybe that's what it is. I love these designs. What was your inspiration, please?
Well, the kit was called Falling Snow, and I set off thinking snowflakes, but I didn't put enough, I don't think, little extra twiddly bits. But I thought they looked like stars, so I stuck with it because I liked the star.
I think that's a really pretty idea. And it does look a bit like a snowflake as well,
It could
doesn't
be.
it?
If you put a couple more sort of loopy bits on with the tiny, teeny seed pearls, you could build them up into
Beautiful,
snowflakes.
isn't it? It's absolutely exceptional, isn't it? I've got, we're going to be showing you how to do these stars, aren't we?
Yeah.
And when you look at the stars, they're actually very different to any other star I've personally seen before, because I'm used to seeing them going to a point, but these have actually got a really nice detail on that point, which I think makes them look really unique. This, I think, if you wanted to create something as delicate and as precious looking, and I think it does look very precious as this, you're going to need to get your hands on that kit, because the pearls themselves are so dainty and so cutesy and so perfectly formed that I think they work great for this design. You might have, you know, big bold pearls, which you could do the star look with, but I think it would be a very, very different kettle of fish, and it would be a lot more statement. So if you would like them, do treat yourself today. Where are we starting, Jan? Just joking, I was messing. Jan. Jan. I don't know what it is. I'm so glad it's not just me that does
No,
it.
Zena does it as well.
Deb. Debbity-deb-deb.
We decided-
Rouge. Can I not just call you Rouge?
Well,
Maybe that'll stick more.
we decided the other night when I was on with Zena that my name was Sebastian. And once we decided my name was Seb,
Right.
she didn't call me Jan.
But she still called you a totally different name.
I know, but it wasn't Jan.
Where does Seb come from?
You're
well-
so funny. That is really strange.
I picked a letter
Right?
because to start with, what did she call me to start with? And I didn't like the name.
Right.
So I picked a letter and then we changed it to Seb.
Got you.
And she was Kevin.
Okay, I'm just going to go for Deb.
Okay.
Now. Deb Rouge. Try. So
It
we're going to
worked.
start off showing you how to do this design.
Right. I've got a size 15 needle threaded up with the really fine beading thread that we've got. It's usually on the website. So got length of that. It's about, I would say, half a metre, maybe 40 centimetres.
Okay.
And then I've popped 5 of the larger white pearls on. And all I'm going to do is go back through the drill holes, and if I take it towards the end a bit more, go back through the drill holes on all of the pearls and pull it into a circle. So that's step 1. So now we'll have a little loop. Then what I did was take the tiny little seed pearls, and if I can find the hole on that last one, there we go, and pop them in between. So once I've got my circle, just put an overhand knot in, if you can find the end and the loop.
To keep them in place.
Pop, yeah.
Kimberly's got a good
Pulls it all
idea.
tight. Go on then.
Could Claire MacDonald make Jan a name brooch for Becky and Zena, sizable so they can see? Do you mean Deb?
For me. And then, yeah.
Maybe just everyone needs one. That's a good idea, that. Claire's actually in a workshop
She
today.
is. I'll give her a shout later.
Yeah,
Ask
I'm going
her
to go
make
say
one.
hello to her.
Yeah.
We'll go in together. They're doing their Christmas workshop. She's doing a wreath, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's doing a wreath today. So she's in. I'll say hello to her for you, Kimberly. I'll get on to it. I'll see what she can do.
Yeah, that's a good idea. As long as I remember to wear it.
Good point. It's a good point.
That's never guaranteed.
Do you know what, though? That happens all the time, that you call different people the wrong name. My mum calls me Rachel constantly.
Your mum does?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, it's my sister's name. But
Oh, yeah, but
constantly.
that-
She'll tell me a story. Yeah, but she won't correct herself. She'll tell me a story like, oh, you'll never guess what, Rach. Bex has only gone and da-da-da-da-da.
No way.
And I just let her carry on. I just smile and nod. Yeah. All the time.
That is bad.
So, there you are. It's
Yeah.
a sign of affection.
In a job I had before, I used to have somebody call me Bev all the time.
Really?
And I'd correct him and he'd still come back the next time and say, how are you, Bev? You all right?
Is there someone else called Bev in the office?
No, there
Oh.
wasn't.
Oh, so he just hadn't bothered to learn your name at all?
No, but it was always Bev. It wasn't like he's changed it or anything. It was Bev
brilliant.
every time.
I like that.
So these pearls are escaping. Right, so
It's all right.
pop one on there. So in the gaps, we're just popping on one of the small pearls and then back through the larger pearl. I quite like the name Bev. I thought it was a nice name.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because Kimberly's just gone, oops, Deb. She meant Deb, not Jan. She's calling you Jan by accident as well now.
I'm going to go on strike, I think.
No! Well, yeah, but I called Jan Deb. So...
Zena called Debbie Bulford Deb Rudge.
Oh, it's just
So-
confusing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm always calling my son's name the dog's name. My son
Oh,
is
dear.
James and the dog is that Wiley?
Wiley, yeah.
So nowhere similar. I love
Oh.
that. Brilliant. That's a good
That's
one. Yeah,
funny.
getting confused with your son and your dog's a bit different.
My nan used to do that all the time. She'd go through the dogs' names, my cousins'
Yeah,
names, brothers,
before she
sisters.
gets to yours. Yeah.
Yeah. It's obviously, I was going to say it's obviously when you get to a certain age, but it isn't, is it? It just happens all the time.
Oh, see, Beverly's right. The name you used to be called.
Oh, Beverly,
It's
yeah.
just like when Trigger keeps calling Rodney Dave. Isn't it in Only Fools and Horses? It's just like that. Exactly.
I don't mind. I'm sure Jan's really fed up with it though.
No.
I could say, if I do something naughty, I could say, oh, yeah, Jan.
Jan. Yeah, but we know you're not Jan. You don't look like, you don't do the same sort of work. You don't even have the same
That's true.
accent. You're nowhere
No.
near as brummy as Jan's.
I'm not, no.
Nowhere near.
No.
Emily Ann says, that's nothing, Becky. My dad called my sister Mush. It was the dog's name. Oh, that is... Can you imagine? You know, you're having
That's
your
bad.
birthday party and your dad's calling you the dog's name. Oh, I love that. Thank
is
you for your
bad.
messages, everyone.
Right, we've got now, I've gone all the way round and the thread is coming out of this bead here, this big pearl. So now what I need to do is thread on two of the long silver ones, one of the teeny tiny and another silver, and then you work back around and go through the tiny pearls this time. And what you'll start to see is a point will start to appear. So take another of the silver ones and another one of the teeny tinies. So work all the way around until you've got all of your points in place, and that will bring you right back to the beginning again. But just for speed, what I'm going to do is assume that I've gone all the way round and I've got my 5 points. Then what you need to do is you'll get back to, if I come through here, you'll get back to this point here. Move that one out of the way. And what we need to do is then come through the small one that's next in line, back up to the top of your point by going through the grey rice bead, and then back through the teeny tiny one at the top, and then you're going to add your little cluster on at the top. So you take 3 of your seed pearls and then come back round and through that gemstone again, and that then puts the cluster on the top. So once you've done that, you'll end up with a star,
beautiful,
or snowflake that looks like that. And you could add, if you wanted to, you could use more of your little seed beads to add in some extra swirls and things that are coming out of the rice bead. So that's
how you create the star. We are going to have a little look at how to do the lacy section as well now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Now, just to let people know, if you want to get your hands on the kit, you've still got availability. It's Falling Snow with Deb Rudge, and it's just £24.95. We took it down in price for you today, but quite a big hefty chunk. And also, just to say to you, if you do still want to get your hands on that quartz collection, there was a lot in baskets the last time we checked, and we're starting to get a little bit sort of worried about quantity and if we do actually have enough or not. So please do feel free to check those out if you possibly can, because that way I'll be able to give you a clear indication of the price point. That quartz collection was at the bottom of your screen, and if I just grab it, I'll just quickly give you a little flasheroo of it, just as a reminder, because we took it to around £3 each. It's a brand new collection, astonishing quality. I mean, when you look at it, you've got one of the most intense saturations of citrine we've seen, one of the most versatile due to its hue smoky quartz we've seen, one of the most famous and prestigious of all quartz in your amethyst we've seen. You've got that really unusual, we rarely get to see it, a tall green amethyst, so unusual to have that, and you've got epic amounts of clarity and therefore quality with your rose quartz. Took it to around £3 per strand. To the bottom of your screen right now for your $14.95, was it? Whatever, £3 each is. Yes. You can call anything you like, but don't call me late for my tea. Oh, I like that. You can call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for my tea. I like that, G. That's a good one.
That is.
Can I just say what was happening before? I was having a little giggle before because Kerry, who's now directing, said that she always gets called her sister's name, and sister's called Becky, and Becky works here quite a lot. She comes in, you know. We've all met Becky, and Kerry just goes, yeah, I always get called my sister's name. They're always calling me Becky. And Dion goes, they always call you Bentley. He's like, no, that's not my sister's name. You've met her. Bentley, I love that. Bentley, it's unusual. They call me after a car that we don't have. Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
It's one of them things.
Yeah.
Hello, Justine. It's lovely to see you. Hello, Justine. So, I called my son by his dad's name recently, which wouldn't be so bad, but I've been divorced for 16 years. Oh, no. Oh, that is an oops-a-dibble. That is an oops-a-dibble, isn't it?
That is.
How did you cover that one up? Because sometimes if you do an accidental name, you can kind of casually hide it, can't you?
Yeah.
Like, oh, by the way, Jan mentioned to me the other day that she wanted some new chords, you know, something like that. You could do that, couldn't you?
You could.
Thank you for that message. Oh no, I've given away me casual moves.
Yeah.
Now. You're going to know
You've got
now.
your sus now.
So just to let you know, quartz at the bottom of your screen and kit at the side of your screen there.
Yeah, you won't be able to do that again now. You're going to have to think of a new one. Oop.
We're just letting lovely Deb set up her bit for the lacy bit. I can't wait to see this. I might give this a go tonight, but we've got another text in.
Oh.
Hey Susan from gorgeous Wrexham. I haven't been to the Wrexham market yet. I need to get myself to. My mum goes through half the family names before she gets to mine. One day she called me Debbie, Mandy, Glyn, Raymond before getting to Susan. I love Raymond. That is good. That is brilliant. It's just like, oh, hang on, I remember it. I'll get to it in a bit. I adore that. Thank you for that, Susan. You've got to be worried when they carry on going, when they say your name and they keep going.
Keep going, yeah, they don't even stop at your name. It's bad, isn't it?
Oh, way up. Hey, guest designer Jan. I don't mind being confused with Deb. Her work is amazing. Maybe it's because we spend so much time together under the trap door. Yeah,
That's what
probably.
It is. Yeah, I gave
probably
you a shout
is
earlier,
you two.
mate. Thought you were down there.
It probably is, you're right. Yeah, I agree. Hey Jan, you lovely lady. Okie pokely.
Right.
We're with you.
Okay.
So this with the S-lon from the kit.
Yep. So you need to cut 6 lengths of S-lon. And I always overcompensate. So I've got probably 60, 70 centimetres there.
I agree.
But you don't need that much. It's just easier to work with that much. And you can use the offcuts to make tassels and things like that. So it's never wasted. And also you can add it in to other designs. So what I've got going across here is a length of beading thread that's long enough to be my necklace once it's finished. So I've got 2 attached there, and I'm just going to pop a 3rd on here. So it's a lark's head knot, so you go underneath with your loop where you've folded your thread in half, underneath, bring the loop over, and the tails go through the loop, and then just pull it tight. Put 3 together, and then pop one of your side drilled silver pearls on, and then 3 more of your cords. So you've now got them all attached, and then get some pins. And what we're going to do is just pin underneath our beading thread so that it holds everything steady. Put your pins in at a 45-degree angle, facing away from where you're working, because then it's a bit like a tent peg, and when you pull down on this, these won't move. Otherwise, they'll everything will shift about. So don't put your pins in straight, put them in at an angle.
Good tip.
And then what we're going to do is put the 3 threads on one side of the pearl to one side. So just attach them at the bottom of the board, keep them out of the way. And then
Sorry, I'm laughing audibly
have you got
now
another-
because I've just read that text and
Sorry, I
it's
didn't
just
do-
cracked me up. I couldn't keep that laughing then. Friend of my daughter is called Reese. When he was a baby, someone asked his dad what his name was, and he couldn't remember. He called him Rice. Oh, it's what is it? Rice.
that's
His
bad.
own dad couldn't remember
That's
and just
bad.
guessed. Oh, Rice, pretty sure.
I tell you what
Thank
would
you
get
for
around the
sending that in.
problem. We used to call Jacob,
Yeah.
my son,
Yeah.
we used to call him the boy wonder, because then you don't need to remember a name.
Clever,
It's
clever,
just
clever.
The boy wonder.
Yeah, my mum used to call all the kids at work like Sunshine. All right,
Yeah.
Sunshine. Yeah. Get us sorted then, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hello, Susan. My hubby says, "Oh, I love you so much, darling." And then I realise he's talking to our beautiful little Shih Tzu Mumphy. But I think he loves me too. And that's from Susie. I adore that. That's brilliant. Oh, I love you so much. Oh,
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
It's the dog.
Thank you for that. Okay, so we've lined all these up. We're ready to go.
So we've got 3 tucked away, and we're just working with this side. So then it's not quite as scary. So taking the first thread on the left-hand side, what we're going to do is bring that across into the centre, and then we're going to do double half hitches on this thread here. Now I call this the filler thread, and this is, because it basically provides the filling for your knots to go
I see what
around.
you're saying, the ziggy-zaggy bit.
Yeah, so we're going to take the next thread over the top of the filler and bring the tail through the loop, and then slide it up to the top. So that positions our knot, and then the second half hitch there will secure it. So if you just hold this thread, your filler thread, nice and tight, so that the knot that you're tying onto it will sit on top of that thread. So you work along, just taking the next knot, or the next thread rather, in order, and tie them all the way across till you get to the centre. Okay, so it doesn't take too long. And then what we're going to do next is just work back in the opposite direction. So still using the same filler thread here, what we're going to do is pop another pin in at this point here, which is where we're going to change direction. And again, put it in at an angle, because then you can pull on your filler thread, and it's anchored around that corner, that point.
How do you make sure the angles on your zigzags are appropriate, as in even, or they just look good?
Because
couldn't you end up with a massive zig and a tiny zag?
You could, but what I try to do is look at it and see that it's a right angle.
I see.
There.
I get you.
That's really how I do it. Some people I know mark like on the sides of the board, and then if you hold this is like your steering wheel, your filler thread. So if you hold it up here, you'll get a really sharp angle.
Yeah.
Hold it down here, you'll get a really open angle.
Got you.
So as long as you're consistent and you make sure that you're holding it consistently, all of your angles will be the same as you work. The other thing that I do to make sure that it does stay consistent as I'm working across is I actually rest this hand that's holding the filler thread on my board, so I'm not then waving it around and getting the angle to change.
Got you. Susan's saying, is Essilor strong enough to restring a choker necklace made with bungee and seed beads? Bungee? Bugle, sorry, I can't see it on there. It looks like an eye. Bugle
yes.
and seed
Yeah,
bead.
it definitely is. Yeah,
Sturdy enough.
sturdy enough.
It's
yeah,
really strong.
it's really strong.
Seriously strong.
And if it's too thick and you can't get it through your seed bead, what you can do, because it's made up of 3 long strands.
Yeah.
So what you can do is just twist it, and it
Separate.
starts to come undone.
Oh, that's
Oops,
clever.
spillage. And you can actually just work with 1 or 2 of those threads.
That's a very good tip indeed.
And you
like
can do
that
that
a
in
lot.
crochet as well. What I did a couple of months ago is make some snowflakes,
I recall.
crocheted snowflakes.
Yeah.
So I used the 3 strands in, I think, 2 of the snowflakes, and then stripped it back and just used 1 strand for the third,
the
and it came up a
delicate.
lot smaller.
I see.
So yeah, it's brilliant stuff. I love it.
Hope that helped.
Right, so we've now got a right angle there with our zig and our zag on that side. So what we need to do is repeat it on the other side. And then if I do that this side, so if I hold it across and I line up with this line here, it will reflect the angles that I've got. So it sometimes takes a little while for your brain to figure out which way you're doing this, and sometimes you'll forget because you've changed hands and direction.
Okay.
So you might have to concentrate to start with. And if your knots aren't looking nice and tight and sitting on top, then what you've probably done is let the filler cord go slack, and then the knot sort of twists round. But you can pull the filler cord, and very often the knot will just jump up to the top.
Okay.
Which is quite cool. Right, so we've got that one, so I'm going to pin there.
Where you want the turn to be?
Yep, on the corner, and then come back this way.
Just
so
keeping that filler
just
cord
making
in hand.
sure, yep, keep it, my pin's not very tight there. So it's wobbling about, so I haven't got it at the right angle. So I'm going to pull that down, make sure I'm working on a 90-degree angle so it reflects on the other side, and just tie my knots down. And then once I get there, I join the two sides together using some crimp tubes. Couldn't think of the word then.
Okay.
Crimp tubes and a little bit of chain.
I see.
So if I show you how I did that.
Okay.
So take that one. Actually, I'll show you on this one that I've done here exactly what part we're working on.
Okay.
And then, yeah, thanks. So if I show you here, what we've got is a couple of crimp beads and 2 links of chain.
Okay.
Here. So what you need to do, and we'll be doing it at the bottom here, so it's exactly the same technique, is slide a crimp tube on to one side, thread your cords through, and then you can go back through the other side, and it holds it all nice and neatly and provides a little area there that we can hang a pearl from. So if I quickly zig or zag, whichever way it is. How do you know which way it is? If it's a zig or a zag?
I think a zig's up, because it's like zig, zag,
Zag.
zig, zag, isn't it? And also,
Yeah,
nobody starts
on a zag.
No, I don't know anyone that starts on a zag.
No, that's
I don't
true.
know anyone who. If you imagine you drawing a zigzag now,
Yep.
you start at the bottom and you go to the top,
Yeah,
don't you?
that's true.
We always say zig zag.
Before
No one
zag.
says zag zig. You doing
No.
a zag zig? Do they?
The important issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're tackling the important issues head on here at JewelleryMaker. The zigzag. I don't know if that's
No, I agree,
the
actually.
official description, but
It
that's
is
what
now.
I'm going with.
It
That's
is
what I'm
now.
going with.
So just to finish off at the bottom of your little pendant hanger, it's a whole section of lines coming across. So it's really just a whole section of these.
Okay.
But once you've done your first one, what we need to do is then drop that filler cord and take the next one here and bring that across. So that's now our filler cord.
Ah.
So I'm going to run across with that, and you need to hold it, your filler cord, right up close to the row before, so that it sits nice and neatly otherwise you'll get gaps. So you know we had the those cog washers earlier, so you could actually fit them in here.
That's a nice idea.
And they'd sit really nicely. So
I think we still have some of those available. They were a great price point. We took 100 of them to a really, really low price. It was under the price we're usually allowed to go for. They were £5.95, those rose gold ones, the cogs. So great for this design, and lovely with this colour of cord actually as well.
It would be, yeah, it would be. It looked really nice. So if I'm just now doing another row across, so I've taken the left-hand thread, brought it across as my filler, and just going across with my half hitches. So 2 per thread, 2 half hitches per thread, and come right the way into the centre and do the final one.
We've just had a text in.
Oh,
Susie's got a cat called Zigzag.
Ah!
And he looked up when Deb and you said Zigzag. Zigzag!
Oh, don't. He probably thinks he's going to get fed now.
No, he doesn't. No. Hello.
No.
What about if I said Zag Zig?
That'd confuse him.
Would it?
He'd start walking backwards.
I don't know. What?
You know.
No, Deb, I don't. Oh, I love that. Thank you for that message. Give Zigzag a cuddle for me.
Yeah,
The
tickle under
crutch.
the chin. Okay, final line across. We're going to reduce out all of these threads because we don't want too many of them when we get to the centre. So I've done 2 knots with the first thread across, and then I'm going to bring it across and it's going to join my filler thread. And then the third, which is now that one, I'm going to tie a knot here, and then I cut out the first thread, so that then reduces them down. So if I go that one, 2 knots, cut out this one, get rid of that, and then I'll show you how we finish it off just quickly. So if I chop that one,
Yeah.
nice and tight up to the
Okay.
corner, and then the final one there,
You turn a knot in both.
across both, and then you chop out
That final
that
one.
one. So then what we've got here is now 2 threads on either side.
Yeah.
I've put a crimp tube on there. I'm going to get another one and pop it on this side. And then what I did was pop a pearl with loops on either side onto a chain. See if I can get that through. It's going to stick now, isn't it? Because it's so there. We've got our chain with our pearls.
Okay.
So we go through there, through the loop
Yeah.
with both, and then we need to thread through this crimp. They're not going to go through, are they, today?
No, probably not. But you pop them
you
through.
go through, and then these go through the chain and through the crimp.
Yeah.
Pull it up, and then just crimp it off so it's nice
And
and,
then
tight.
you've got
you
it
can
there.
cut. So then all your ends are all sealed
Done and
and
dusted.
knotted in.
Easy peasy, done and dusted. Thank you so much for showing us that. A really, really beautiful design, isn't it? Very pretty indeed. How do you feel about a bit of Wall of Fame?
Oh.
A gorgeous piece to start off with. $3.90 belongs to Jane in Winsford, my neck of the woods. Says, hi everyone, my wall of fame, a pair of drop earrings. My model is a lovely angel, which a friend Linda gave me on Saturday when we had a great day shopping together in Chester. Oh, that is my neck of the woods.
Nice.
No time to chat, need to make some jewellery. And that is Take Care from Jane. Thank you very much, Jane. She's going on a night out with the girls soon. Thank you for that. $3.90.
This is 388 Francis. Oh, Penkowitz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi team, another WOF entry this week. It's a pendant using a silver tone mount, agate cabochon, 3 shades of satin cord and fold over cord ends. So useful having a stash of satin cord colours to choose from and get just the right colours to complement the gemstone. JM rules.
Oh, bless. Thank you very much for that.
Lovely Francis.
391 here. Great wire work, and it belongs to Karen. Karen says, working with the shimmer druzy, like the one we had on earlier. It says that it's absolutely fabulous. The colour in it are amazing. Sums up winter in a parcel. Wrapped with sterling silver wire because it deserves it. Loads of wire work on JM. So I'm a happy bunny. Cheers from Karen in York. Thank you very much, Karen. 391's your number, and that druzy we had similar before.
And 389 is from Claire Evans in Bridgend. As you can see, I've used the beautiful star chain from JM, added a drop with labradorite to the chain drop. Good luck to all. Hope I get a win, as I would love more of this gorgeous chain for Christmas. And she says, thanks for working so hard and bringing best quality gems and designs.
Thank you for sending that.
Lovely.
Beautiful. 392, a bit like the strand we had before, comes
Yeah.
from Hazel. Says, I've made this bracelet for my sister's 60th, made with sapphires I bought a while ago. Everything is from JewelleryMaker. Good luck to all entrants. Thank you very much for that, Hazel. Now, we're about to head for a break, and if you like this make, you've got Emerald, Sapphire and Ruby. Oh my, coming up after the break. We'll see you in a bit.
The JewelleryMaker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to JewelleryMaker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with JewelleryMaker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
We here at JewelleryMaker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with JewelleryMaker FIFO reviews.
Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair comb, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
you need a helping hand to get started with Jewelry Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewelry Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewelry making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewelry making techniques. Come and join Jewelry Maker this Christmas. Throughout December, we're running Christmas-themed workshops where you'll be inspired to make decorations, Christmas presents, gift tags, personalised accessories, and much more. We have an array of workshops to choose from, all of which will be filled with festive cheer and lots of fun. Every person who books on a workshop in December will automatically be entered into our Christmas raffle prize.
Did you know that the Jewelry Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewelry Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewelry Maker.
It truly is a collection that you would often only ever believe you could sort after. This for me is very much a collection which, when people are to say the names, you will conjure something epic in your mind. For me, when someone says, name a piece that you're likely to see emerald, ruby and sapphire in one place, instantly I get images of crown jewels. I get images of huge store windows for the likes of your Boodles, the likes of your Tiffany's, the likes of your Cartier, your Bulgari. Those are what I think of, and I don't think they're doing a range in that gemstone. No. I'm thinking about the likes of, in your Boodles, when you see that one-off piece. Remember they did the $1 million necklace, didn't they? That's what I imagine. I imagine emerald, ruby and sapphire only to be seen in one piece, in one place, with one dramatic, epic amount of promotion. And I remember, I could imagine, price points just way out of my imagination. When I look at this strand, all of that imagery springs to mind. You've got your pieces to make your own very special crown jewels. You can make, with a collection like this, pieces that you hand down to your loved ones. You will create with this true heirloom pieces. When you want to make something with love and with care, the ingredients are extremely important. When you have the opportunity to work with emerald, sapphire and ruby, you have the opportunity to create something that takes those ingredients to a different level. You've got the types of gemstones there that, quite frankly, some of the best, most loved lapidarists in the world has worked with. It is a deep, rich an intense trio of some of your big four. Now, if I just hold this out for you, I really want to point out, I know that you've seen emerald, ruby and sapphire strands before. Hey, if you've been watching us for a week or two, you might not have. But what I want to point out is what is different about this strand to any of the other strands I've ever seen. And I'll be honest with you, it's one of the main valuing qualities of any precious gem, and that is the saturation. Saturation is something that is, I believe, now and again overlooked. It's not imperative on every single gemstone, but I tell you what, if you've not got saturation in a big four, you've not got much there at all in kind of the tick list, let's say, evaluation. When we refer to saturation, we sometimes refer to it just by saying colour, because of course saturation does fall under the bracket of colour, but I need to focus on purely that one aspect of it here, because I tell you what, it is intense. Think of the crown jewels. Think about the likes of regal and royal jewellery. Now, the royals, for example, you know, they're going to be wearing the best of the best, really, aren't they, when it comes to quality? Hold in your mind now, please, a picture of either Kate Middleton's ring or Diana's ring, however you want to think of it. Hold in your mind a picture of that gorgeous sapphire ring. I mean, we've seen it enough, haven't we? It's been in papers, it's been on front covers of magazines, it's been, you know, the heart and soul of, oh, you can buy a replica to it. It's massive. It's called the Kate Middleton effect. It's huge. So we've all seen it. That sapphire isn't wishy-washy, is it? That sapphire isn't bluey white, is it? No. It's like this here. It's that kind of blue. It's that sapphire blue. And that's what we're looking for. That's all about the saturation. I've got that saturation here. When I'm bringing you a strand, and like I say, we have seen things like this before. You know, it's unusual for us to see the likes of a yellow sapphire, but we have got it in this strand, and we have seen it before. We have seen a collection like this, but I can say I've never, ever seen a strand like this with this variety, with the carat weight, and with this saturation. It's an important thing to know, and if you want to go and get things valued, you should know the types of things they're looking for, and saturation is one of them, in particularly in your big four. Your price point today, ladies and gentlemen, that is not a regal price point, is it? That is not a royal price point. £19.95. Can I just point out to everyone who's tuning in for the first time, yes, this is real. No, this isn't a plastic. You know, plastic gems you can get, and you can get plastic kind of replicas, let's say, or resin replicas of the likes of a ruby, a sapphire, an emerald, and yes, you can get them for a low price. Of course you can. It's lab made. But if you want to get the real thing, get it whilst you can at prices like this. There is a lot of change going on at the moment. You know it, I know it. There's a lot of change going on in the likes of the gemstone world. The gemstone world is seeing big price increases, percentage price increases from mine to purchasing on gemstones. The big four are up there. They are seeing a big price rise. Times are changing. If you want to get the real deal gemstone, get it whilst you can. If you want to get the real gemstone at a great price, with the prices the way they're going now, they're not coming down, they're just going up. Get it whilst you can, because these are investment pieces. With that saturation, with that variety, $19.95, what a precious, precious kind of collection for you to be able to make. Make self a pair of rings, a pair of earrings, and you've got something that people would expect to be costing over £20, wouldn't it? You'd expect that to be more than £20. There's more and more and more of you coming through now. You're just having a little think about it. I'd love to know, Deb Rudge, who I'm joined with today, what you will be doing with this strand, please.
I think I'd probably separate out the colours, because I think they'd have a real impact if I have a whole collection of them. And I'd really like to do little sections of ladder weave, so just small sections with each of the colours, and then connect it together with a chain, and just have a really, not too long a necklace, but silver chain connecting up little ladder weave sections, because that would just be almost really pretty and delicate, and the shock of the colours changing as they go round.
Yeah.
It'd be really
Adds
interesting.
interest, doesn't it?
Nice.
I've
yeah.
just counted up as well how many
Yeah.
there are. On my strand, obviously it might vary, but on my strand I have got 78 of
Ooh.
these gemstones. Now that is a big amount. That must work out pennies per one, mustn't it?
And they'll
78.
go a really long way as well if you sort of space them out around a chain. However you do it, if it's pure rosary link or whatever. Lovely.
I've just heard something ridiculous.
Yeah.
26 pence approximately per gemstone.
Wow. Wow.
That is absolutely astonishing. You know, we're talking about the crown jewels, we're talking about the likes of those big names, you know, your Boodles, your Van Cleefs, your Cartiers working with gemstones like this. And I've never seen a Van Cleef at anywhere near 26p. I'm just saying. I think that is an astonishing price point. It truly, truly is. I lost a button on a coat, and I lost it ages ago, and I went and bought myself a new button. Well, actually I bought two, because I thought I can't just have a random button. So I went and bought myself, I have great days off, by the way. I had a button shopping day. I'm not afraid to tell you. I went and got a couple of, you know, quirky buttons.
You
I
can
got
get some really nice buttons, actually.
But I tell you what, you have to pay for them.
You do.
I needed quite large buttons because it's quite large button holes on my jacket. And yeah, they were £1.40 each. They were £1.40 each. So by my calculations, I could have either bought a button, or I could have bought approximately 5 rubies. It just makes no sense, does it? And can I also point out, I'm wondering if, because of the magnitude of colour in the strand, how it would work with the likes of my opal that I did for you earlier on. I like it. I like it. Pardon? Honestly thought you said camel licking. So I went, what? Sorry, I've just had a Dee's just gone. We've just had a text in about camel licking. I was like, what? When were we talking about that? But the thing is, it didn't shock me massively. I was like,
no, we
right.
must have mentioned it in passing, sort of thing.
Yeah, because that's the type of thing. OMG, just been camel licking, channel flicking, and another craft channel has 2 Kumihimo discs, selection of cords and bindings, and a book. £60? Yes, 60 quid, says Dig. I bet I know which one it is. I think I do. Know the other one. That's my guess. That's my guess. Because I have seen similar things to that at prices I would not expect.
Yes.
£60. But the thing is, it's good to do your research, Dee. I'm absolutely on board with you there. It's good to do your research. You are just channel flicking and go, oh, hey up, what's that? I think that is £60. That is a lot of money.
It is.
Bearing in mind, we do our Kumihimo discs for a few pounds.
Is it £6 or £7? Isn't it?
Something like that.
Something. Yeah.
For the large ones.
Yeah.
Are you going to buy one or two, Dee? Thank you for that text, love.
That must be one heck of a book.
I know, yeah. What is in that book? Blimey. She just go, I love that. Well done, everybody. Lots of you checking out to get these ones. We're hoping it's some sort of precious first edition book you're getting with that, Dee. Gold-plated, yeah, I like the idea of that. So I think they're a great pairing together, and if you do want to treat yourself to that opal, it is at the bottom of your screen now. You're right, if you hurt yourself, you banged your knee.
Banged my knee.
Oh, it's that chair.
It is
well
this
done,
chair.
everyone. I hope you make some really beautiful heirloom pieces with that. Is that on tonight?
Ooh,
Apprentice. Dion's just got really excited about that. Yeah, The Apprentice. It's on tonight. I cannot wait. I've got straight after the Late Show. So when the Late Show wraps up, watch that. You can watch that then, can't you? The Apprentice. These remind me of The Apprentice all the time. Let me show you around it.
A small briefcase.
Yes. Did they not you? When
Not
you look
really,
at them? You're
no.
joking. I can't think of anything else.
It reminds me of a sandwich box.
A sandwich box? Like a lunch box?
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
yeah.
No, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing like proper apprentice, you know. What sort of things would they have in an apprentice briefcase?
A stapler.
A pen, a stapler, a little like notepad with all like they always have notepads, don't they? Then they'd have a phone that's on speakerphone constantly, and then like little notes of like wrapped up one-line cliches for when the moment really takes you, you know. Those moments when it's like, oh, I need to say something really naff. Yeah. I don't make jewellery, the jewellery makes me. Yeah, things like that. Yeah, love it. I've got for you here your wonderful selection of your, well, the cases really, aren't they? Because they've got a handle. You've got your storage boxes here. You could take out all of these sections if you so wish, and you have a whole open area. These are good for the likes of your polymer clay, just to let you know, your polymer clay does store quite well in these. You've got 3 of them in total. They have the individual dividers. And like I say, you can have the dividers in as and where you choose. Easy enough to work. They've got the double kind of clips, which are very sturdy. You can hear the strength in them. And like I say, you do get 3 of these in total. They've got a nice hinge action on them, which I know sounds like a really silly thing to mention. But actually, I have bought boxes in the past which are just a piece of plastic that sticks out and is folded over. Do you know what I mean? And after a while it becomes loose and it can snap. Whereas these, if you look at it, they're proper mechanical. So there's little bits that stick out to kind of go in. They're a proper hinge. They're a hinge like you would have on a door, as opposed to a hinge you would have in, say, opening or closing a card. So really great for you. A trio there. A price point today to make Lord Sugar blush, just £6.95 for you today on this trio. Can anybody remember what the task is tonight? I can't remember. Do you watch it?
I don't think I saw it last week.
Kids' parties they did last week.
Oh, I did see it. Yeah, I used to do workshops for children and their families.
Right.
And I was there going, no! You can't do that. You haven't done risk assessment.
Oh,
I was
were
like a
you?
real anorak nerd. Yeah, it was terrible.
Bless you. Terrible. I love that. Risk assessment, Deb. That's what I'll call you now. Snappier. Well done to everyone who's coming in and getting these £6.95. I think usually you'd expect, you know, just one. Because don't forget, these aren't your general everyday kind of pieces, are they? They do have removable sections, for example. Hi! I've checked out lots of craft places and I won't go anywhere else except JM. This is the best place by far. Thank you for that, Susie, you lovely lass. Who's getting that on the t-shirt? I think we should get some t-shirts printed. Do you know what I mean?
Depends what they say. It's very 80s, isn't it? Slogans on your t-shirt.
Slogans on your t-shirt, is it?
Yeah.
Ollie's gonna go for I don't know a Norma.
Shall I have but I know a Norman?
Maybe. Yeah, but I know a Norman on the back, yeah?
Yeah.
Or yours could just be like, don't call me Jan. My name's not Jan. That could be yours. What would mine be? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I do ridiculous voices by accident. That should be mine, shouldn't it? It's not about zigzagging, do you think? The zigzag in the way of Becky. Yeah, could do. Lots of you coming in for this. Hello, it's lovely to see something. I've got some new bidders in today, which is really lovely. Nice to meet you. My name's Becky. By the way, it's very nice to see you, indeed. What was I going to say then? Oh yeah, so if you want to get your hands on these, it's important to check out. And also, if you did want to get your hands on that ruby, emerald, sapphire, and I do still have a selection of those also. Now, if anyone is having a bit of an issue purchasing at the moment, we are trying to get it sorted. And if you could just let us know, maybe on Facebook, maybe exactly what's going on, or call the call centre and let them know. My producer would really, really appreciate it. Some people are getting the web screen. Oh no, actually, because look at all my purchases on this. Oh, there's a couple of web bidders. but most are telephone bidders. There's a few people who are saying they can't watch online. Mine would be Don't Call Me Charlotte. I like that one a lot. Thank you for that, Samantha. Samantha. Please do message us in. $6.95 for you today. Beautiful work, Jan. Zig, Fudge, Deb. I like that. Thank you for that one. Nice work for all of you getting hands on these ones. Hey Aisha, I like Hannah's one, Say No to Foe on a t-shirt. That's quite nice, I quite like that, it's catchy that. Which Hannah's that?
Hannah's...
Oh, Hannah Stewart, isn't it? Yeah. We've got loads of Hannahs, I've just realised, haven't we? Hannah Stewart, Hannah Osborne, Hannah Oxbury.
Yep.
Well, we've got 3, but...
Hundreds of Beckys. Hundreds.
Becky Redican. That's about it. Okay, we have got some. This is a special trio. Oh, another Becky, Office Becky, Becky Hewitt, that's the last name. Hewitt,
yeah.
Becky Hewitt. I've got here for you. This is just a very, very exceptional trio. I actually looked at this the other day and was just so overjoyed to be able to see it that, wow, really wow, isn't it? I was so overjoyed to see it that actually it was quite distracting. I've got for you here a trio of some of the most spectacular blue gems in the world. I've got a love, I have to say, and it's a true love of kyanite. The reason being, I love gemstones that look beautiful, that give me interesting stories, and I love gemstones that I can pass those stories on. And I have got something exceptional here. I'm going to focus on one point when it comes to this kyanite though, and that is the fact that it is faceted. Faceted kyanite did not happen overnight. In fact, faceted kyanite happened after years and years and years of trying and failing and using and losing this very, very precious gemstone. It's totally and absolutely natural, but we have applied the facet. Now, kyanite is a beautiful gemstone which has a perfect cleavage. Now, what that means, it sounds like a good thing, but it's not when it comes to gemstone. A perfect cleavage is essentially an area in a gemstone whereby if you even polish the gemstone against the grain in the incorrect manner, the whole gemstone will come apart. So very, very special for you there. I've also got for you in here your iolite. Now you can see the colour on that iolite is absolutely intense. It's an absolute pleochrysmic wonder. And what I will say is, when we look at iolite, you've got to be looking for tones. You've got to be looking for hues is what I mean, because you do get pleochrysm. Now, it obviously varies depending on the make, depending on the designer, but as a general rule, the most prized colouring of your pleochrysm is the likes of those golden purple tones in an iolite. You can get other colours. You can get kind of the pinky blue tones, but the kind of golden lavender purpley tones are kind of generally, as I say again, the most expensive in choose a pleochrysm in an iolite, and I have those colours in here. Predominantly it's the purple tones, but the golden tones are definitely still there in some stones. And then last but by no means least, obviously, I've got your tanzanite. Just enjoy this. Wow. It's just sensational, isn't it? It's got the purest of colours I've seen. It really has. It's got the absolute purest of hues, of colours that we have in there. This isn't higgledy-piggledy or hodgepodge. It's got a colour of tone and hue and saturation throughout it. It's just completely phenomenal. One locational gemstone in this collection, and it works so well. I've got status, status, status. That's what I've got. I've just got status, status, status. But with the price, this won't be the status quo. I know a lot of you probably think it's the naffest thing, but I get so chuffed with myself when that to me sounds properly smooth. Your price point should be £49.95. There's really no need to drop these because we don't really want to get rid of them if we can help it. $39.95. The reason we don't really want to get rid of these, if we're completely honest, and we don't really want to, is because how much longer are we going to have tanzanite? We haven't got a clue. How many more strands of the kind of generally most highly valued pleochrismic colours of iolite are we going to get? I don't know. I've probably only seen 4, 5 maybe. Obviously it's hard to estimate, but probably only about 4 or 5 iolites with this particular pleochrismic colour that is sought after. And when, if, are we going to get our next strand of faceted kyanite? Because again, we do not see faceted kyanite often at all. It's extremely hard to do. It takes a lot of time, effort, years of training, skill and money to create that look. So to get a trio and to get that prestige across all of them and to get £10 back in your pocket, I think is just exceptional. Shades of blue, and also don't forget, for me, blue being one of the most popular colours there is in the world, not just in jewellery, in fashion, in homeware and everything else. I've got a message in from Andrea. Oh, Becky, you never fail to make me laugh. Oh, thank you. I wish I could say I'm trying, but this is just how I am. When I had been working here for about 6 months, one of my best friends said to me, I don't understand how they let you on telly because you are exactly the same in real life. They were like, are you not meant to change, like, and be a bit more, and they put it as, what did they say? A little bit less quirky. We all know what quirky means. Yeah. Doesn't it? You know, be a little less quirky. Well, no. I've still got a job.
You'd forget, wouldn't you? Yeah, you'd forget, and then you'd be like, oh, no, now everybody knows.
That I'm a bit peculiar.
A bit odd.
I'm a bit peculiars. I like that. Odd. Odd's nice. Yeah. Someone short of a picnic.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, now, I know that this has just fallen off the bus slightly, but I actually really like that. It reminds me of some sort of sash you'd wear with a kilt. Doesn't it?
A sash with the kilt?
Well, I don't know. You know, yeah. We've all watched Braveheart. That bit. Isn't it? Becky's t-shirt should say, my name's Rebecca, feel free to call me Becky. My name's Rebecca, feel, and I thought, where is this going? Oh, free to call me Becky. Didn't realise it carried on.
I had to read it twice.
No offence, love you really. It's all right, not taken. Right, here we go. Let's pop that up. This is a gorgeous collection made by Anne, and I've got to say, when you look, I love how you've decided, Anne, to do a similar design over each of the strands, but you've changed the gemstone on each strand. And I also love how you've decided, you've thought about it and you've gone, all right, tanzanite, I'm going to put that with the silver and you know, so on and so forth. I love the iolite with the rose gold. I think that looks really good. And that kyanite pops with that gold, doesn't it? Thank you for giving us all of these wonderful pieces. Ruby. Oh, ruby, emerald and sapphire, this one here. Are there any pink sapphires in that? Or are they all? Are all the red Rundell's ruby? Ta! Really interesting question. Very, very interesting question. Let me have a little look. Now, it's interesting because a lot of it is actually down to opinion. of the eye. Now, when you get lab tests done on things like this, the lab tests themselves will say, because the lab tests will have the perfect colour scale attributed to them. Some people would say that you can't actually say by eye. A lot of people will say that with the kind of grading system, if you're getting it graded and lab tested at high end, that there is such a small, remarkable difference in it. It's literally the matter of kind of 1% difference in tone. I would say the vast majority are ruby, but I would also say that maybe 1 or 2 pink sapphires. Someone else is texting about this strand, inspiring us. Oh, the yellow ones, sapphire. Yes, they are. They are indeed. They are. It's interesting. Sapphire, when we think sapphire, we think blue, don't we? But there's actually loads of different tones of sapphire. And don't forget, for me, sapphire and ruby are essentially the same, apart from a red sapphire, as it were, is called a ruby. That's kind of a way to look at it, I suppose. But a lot of people, when they see yellows like this, they wouldn't know it was a yellow sapphire, but they do exist. It's just because the blue sapphire is so much promoted. And actually, it's very much like an amethyst. A lot of people wouldn't know you could get a pink amethyst or a green amethyst. A lot of people wouldn't know, but as we know, you can. So, yes, Sam, Samantha, these beautiful yellows are indeed sapphire. Inspiring strand, that, isn't it? Lots of texting about that one. Okay, got now. Silver. I've not got box 10 o'clock. I've got the 8s and the 9 o'clocks. Oh, it's on my table, is it? In a dish. Silver. Got them. The silver ones. I've got for you here a lovely selection of your tubes.
Sorry.
It's all right. You all right? What are you doing? Just dropping things about. Oh,
Findings.
Findings. She's in the rose gold.
I am.
Aren't you, Deb?
I am. Yes.
I've got for you.
Bathing in it.
Bathing in it?
Ah.
Digging, that look like.
Yeah.
Digging in it. You're having a good old dig in it. I've got for you here your silver-plated copper plain tubes, and these ones are a 3x2. Let me just grab some out, if I may. There you go. I've got for you here a big space on these, a big drill hole in these. Now, why is a large drill hole on a tube like this important, please, Deb?
Well, for me, it means that if I'm working in wire or my Eslon threads, I can get lots through. So that's, for me, really useful because it means I can stitch backwards and forwards through them. I can get lots of threads through, so it'll hold sections together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just gives you a lot more options for how you work with it.
Just thinking there, that was my thinking face. Could we use these with that lacy design we learned earlier as the bits in between?
Yeah,
brilliant.
You could.
Brilliant.
It'd be really nice because they'd line up and give a really smooth
like that idea.
Effect. Yeah, really nice.
I'm going to try that lacy design tonight, by the way. I am, because I brought my Kumihimo board with me, so I'm just going to do it on the back of that.
Yeah,
that's
work? Fine.
It'll work, won't it? I'll have a go. So I've got for you here 200 of these. They've got real silver over the top. The price point on them today. Ooh. Oh, I didn't see that coming.
No.
At all. 100 at that price is what I presumed. I didn't realise we were getting 200 at that price because that price was mentioned earlier on another 100 that we didn't show. We haven't showed them. I didn't realise that we were doing it on the 200s as well. That is something very special indeedy doodles. £4.95, I think, is phenomenal. And if you wanted to do the likes of a Kumihimo necklace with these, you could do a necklace, earrings, and a bracelet, couldn't you?
Or spaces in between your sapphire strand or your opals.
Yes.
And just space them out.
That'd look fab. That'd look fantabulous. Right, how do you feel about a showstopper? When you think something can't get more famous and then you get shown up, when you think that something is already at the top of its game and then it goes a step further, when you think something is absolute, the pinnacle, the top of the mountain, and then it keeps going further, that's what's happened to this gem. And it's continuing to do so. Diamonds. Now, this has been absolutely everywhere at the moment, and I mean everywhere. Diamond has always been famous. I think we can agree with that, can't we? I would say it was the most famous gemstone in the world, and I think when you reach that top point, is there anywhere else to go? Well, yes, apparently there is. Diamond has beaten its own records in the last month. What we've got with this strand is you've got the prestige of the likes of Tiffany picking this up within the last month or so, doing a Return to Tiffany campaign, a campaign focused around getting old buyers who used to shop there, a well-known, new customers to treat themselves to the Tiffany name and to the Tiffany price tag. And what have they decided? Out of all of those gemstones that Tiffany has the chance of buying, to be their headliner, to be their key focal pieces on this Return to Tiffany campaign, diamonds. We've also seen in the news the biggest piece of diamond found recently within the latest 100 years that has been found by essentially and taken on essentially by a company that has seen shares in that company within the matter of days of them finding a rough piece of diamond raised by $150 million because of this diamond. This is the type of gemstone that goes on to beat even its own set records. And we're going to beat a record with this too. Your price point today should be. I could take off £10 and be genuinely walking away with a big smile on my face. I could take off £20 and be so far over the moon, because you know what, these aren't just any old diamonds. Look at them, they're blemish free to my eye. They're blemish free, they're faceted to perfection. The drops on these, the elegance of these is phenomenal, and they're massive. These are individual statement pieces. These aren't fiddly tiddly tiny little ones that you need to get your handy out for to have a look through the magnifying glass so you can find the drill hole. These are sizable, these are big. You won't be kind of, losing these easily. They're absolutely mammoth. And even if you did accidentally sort of drop it somewhere, that shine would surely catch your eye. I could take off £30 and be over the moon for every single one of you. But today I have absolutely beaten its own record. £219.95 reduced by £80. £139.95. I've just taken £80. Just so you can all, it's kind of hear me, definitely, because I know my accent can be a bit abroad at times. 80. Not 1-8, 8-0. Do you know what that equates to? That more than the price of this entire astonishing opal strand, which we've all been absolutely loving and adoring. So if you wanted to buy yourself these diamonds today, you could, if you wanted to, say, well, I kind of got the opal free, really, didn't I? It's like I got it free. Paid full price for the diamond, got the opal free. And even then you had a bit of money back in your pocket, because we took this down a little bit, didn't we? I think it's an absolutely astonishing purchase. How amazing is it to have £80 back in your pocket? What are you going to do with your £80 if you buy this? Get the opal, Dion's saying. I'm just thinking, have we taken, because that's gone down so much, I'm wondering, A, if this is one of the most affordable, big, faceted strands. We've taken this down dramatically. It's never, ever continue that on for a bit, been this low before. But another thing I would say is, I wonder what type of percentage we've taken off this. 80, 100. It's mammoth amount, isn't it? It's like, I don't even dare guess. I don't dare guess. You know what my maths are like, they're horrendous. please do check those baskets out when you have the opportunity, because genuinely at this price point, this is a Black Friday leftover. I should state that. This is a Black Friday leftover deal. We're not allowed to kind of just be, you know, going, here you are, enjoy, have a good laugh and just do what you like on price. We're not allowed to do that. You know, we do have guidelines and things set out for us. At this price point though, that is purely, we're only allowed to do it because it is a leftover deal. Oh my goodness, is that less than £10 per diamond? Quite a bit less. Let me count. Can I count, Dawn? 2, I'm going to count specifically. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, is that built-in suspense?
It is.
This is where it gets a bit naff though, because I can only do my 2 times table up to 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I've got on my strand. You might get 22. You might get 24. £6, 8 pence for craftsmanship and workmanship like this. That is absolutely mind-boggling.
They're my favourite cut of diamond that we've had ever.
Yeah, yeah. Why is that?
I just think that the glamour of them is amazing. They're so beautiful. The sparkle and just the size of them.
Yeah.
Just a pair of earrings with those hanging down on different lengths of chain would be glorious.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Absolutely amazing.
Really stand out. Really eye-catching. It's going to be such a look.
Yeah.
Wowzers. Thanks, JM. Dawn, not a problem. When we can do diamonds for you like this, I tell you what, we will try and do it. And again, obviously, things are changing. Things are changing all the time in the gem world. And I would say if you want definite diamonds that you know have been through the Kimberley process, you know, conflict-free diamonds at astonishing prices, get them whilst you can. Because who knows what is going to happen with price points in the trade. Especially with diamond at the moment. Especially with diamonds being in the news so much recently. Even not so long ago, there was a whole thing in a couple of newspapers. It was like, it wasn't front page, but it was close to it, about a woman who'd lost a diamond ring and there was a big hunt for it, and then someone found it and gave it back.
Aww.
Obviously, this is why I don't write newspapers, because that took up like 2 pages in the newspaper. Well done to everyone who got those ones. £80 back in your pocket, phenomenal. I've got some threading material for you now, and it is perfect for the likes of your pearls. This is a low stock opportunity, and it is something which I have to say we don't get to see very often. We do not get to see threading material like this very often at all. Imagine them with pearls like this. Imagine with a beautiful knot in between each of these, how much that white's just going to bring them to life, isn't it? You've got a mammoth amount. Let me just show you, because I think it looks like a lot there, but actually when you turn it and think, wowzers, the layers and layers and layers of cord that you've got there is absolutely astonishing. It's a lovely, fine, but very durable. Just want to show you that. Very durable cord that you have here. It is a 0.3, so perfect to go through both strands of these pearls. And just to let you know, they are a real deal pearl that we have there. I want everybody to be able to get their hands on this, and the price point is going to shock. That has made me cough. That is how shocking that is. No, but genuinely, that price point, if these strands, not that they are, I expect they would be much higher than this, but even if these strands were just the £6.95 each, well then that's your money as the whole, that's your whole kit and caboodle basically done, isn't it? Pretty much. 95p for all that it would be. If these were £6.95, the lowest price we can go to on individual pearls. And can I ask, even as pearl professionals, which you are really out there now, I know a lot of you are real connoisseurs in pearls and you have a lot of them, does this look like it's probably one of Jewellery Maker's £6.95 strands? I don't think it does. I think this looks like one of Jewellery Maker's £9.95 strands, or maybe even £11.95 strands. That would be my guess. The £6.95 we've just checked, and they are definitely £6.95. So I think to get these 2 strands and to get that for 95p would be epic.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what we're doing on this for you today.
That's amazing.
That's almost sold out. I just need to let you know, sorry. It's almost sold out. But it's a great material to have, isn't it?
It is, absolutely, yeah. And I don't know anybody who's got to the end of their reel yet.
Sorry, no, I think you'd have to have a lot of pearls to be able to get to the end of them.
Yeah.
Look what's flying over.
Oh.
Thank you, Cass. Thank you. Feathers. Oh, that feels so nice. Feathers. Have you worked with feathers before?
Yeah.
I know you have. I remember some of your pieces.
I love feathers.
Why do you love them so much?
Because they're lightweight, so you can put them into designs and they don't add masses of weight to it. So they're brilliant for in hair accessories. And they're just an intense colour that we've
really
got.
Are. They really are.
Absolutely gorgeous. So you can get height and volume into a design without adding in bulk, which I think is lovely. And it's a really traditional material to be used. You know, a lot of pieces in the past, Victorian, Edwardian, a lot of historical pieces have used feathers in the past. So it's nice to have that link, but bring it up to date with the colour. I
like that, and also the colouring and the natural patterning on these, you know, with those big, beautiful, bold spots. It's like the perfect amethyst tone, isn't it?
It is.
This on a hairband, this in a neckline piece, these are a pair of earrings. You've got enough to work with. Your price point today? £4.95. Well, I have never seen that price point before on things like this. 10 gram pack you're getting in total. I think that is genuinely sensational. Again, I have worked with feathers before for my memory books and my card making, so I know that you can pay £4.95 for a pack of, they're usually doing odd numbers, so like a 7 or a 9 you can easily pay £4.95 for certain feathers and more, so that is a wonderful price point, it really is. Hey Della says, I've bought feathers in other places and they fall to bits. James, brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, they can, can't they?
Yeah, they can. And what's quite nice with these is that if you want to, you can strip down sections, so you can then just have the dotty bit left, and that's
almost
really nice
like a fancy quill.
Almost, yes.
It's lovely to have you on board with us today. We've got a competition winner now in our very special Wall of Fame. This has never happened before.
I don't like it.
Look at that! Deb sat down. I feel like I know what it feels like to feel Amazonian, as you said earlier. Okay. We're over here at the Wall of Fame. We're going to be drawing some winners, but now it's time for our last 5 this week.
This is mega.
Wowzers!
Love it.
Wow.
£3.95 from Amanda Anderson. I just started off just stringing beads and then expanded to doing a bit of wire work and precious metal clay. I've done 2 terms of a metal smithing jewellery making course and wanted to learn how to set gemstones. This is my first handmade silver ring with one of your lovely 6mm serenite stones set in it. The stone is set in a silver collet with a rub over setting. Really nice, and that's really difficult to get it super neat.
Oh my gosh, I
So
can't even,
good.
I wouldn't have a
Yeah.
clue where to begin. That is phenomenal. Thank you so
Absolutely
much.
brilliant.
And I hope you've been enjoying your courses, and that's from Amanda. Thank you very much. 339, Sarah Knight as well. Hi Barbara, good morning. This week I've sent 3 chainmail bracelets for the Wall of Fame, inspired by the Queen Fleur. They're presents for friends. Lovely news from Lucy and Drew. Good luck to all. Barbara from Bournemouth. Thank you very much for sending those in. Your friends will love them.
396 is from Jane Fox. Here is my entry this week. It's a macrame bracelet with a silver-plated labradorite connector and silver-plated jump rings on black wax cord. Inspired by Mark Smith after watching his craft fair DVD. All components are from JM. Would like more of these connectors, please. Let me have a look. Oh, yes, they're brilliant.
We'll
Yeah.
pass that on and see what we can do. Thank you for those. 394. You could do a look like this with the jig we had earlier. Hi all. This is based on a Mark creation with copper-coloured wire. I love macrame, especially with wire. Thanks for all the inspiration and great deals. Good luck to all in the draw. And that's from Ellie in Barcelona. Yay! Hello, Ellie. Thank you for sending that in. Great use of colours. 394. Good luck.
397, more macrame. Hey, yay. Hi JM, that was me doing the
Okay.
work.
Yeah, right.
My Wall of Fame entry is a Shambhala style bracelet. The gemstones for my entry are clear crackled quartz framed with black wax cord. All materials from JewelleryMaker, and that's from John Wild in Cheshire.
Thank you, my neck of the woods. Thank you for sending that in. I'm going to pick first. This is going to be for the second prize, and it will be for £50 accredited to your account. 358 is your number on this. Oh, I thought I'd broken it.
I thought you had as well.
Di Gregory, you are second place. You get £50 accredited to your account. Well done to you, Di. And now lastly, this is for the first prize that Deb is picking now. This is for £100.
Oh, 343.
343, 343. Mary Smith. Congratulations, Mary! £100 going to your account. Don't forget, you can send across your Wall of Fame to us whenever you get the opportunity to do so. You could do it via post or you could do it via email. It's free to enter, and every Wednesday we will be doing your draw at £50 and £100 for you. So it's challenge time. What have you been creating? We gave her that gorgeous garnet. That's all right.
But
oh wow!
I've got
That is elegant.
some earrings.
Can you have a little look?
Oh, hang on.
Oh, look.
I've twisted them.
Look, here's your earrings. How
There you
pretty are they? This with that rhodolite garnet we had for you earlier. Oh wow!
And I'm in the middle of connecting everything up into a little wirework basket made from a hair comb.
Oh, that is so clever. I adore that idea. How are they to work with?
Oh, they're gorgeous.
I
The
bet,
colour
I
is
bet.
glorious. It's absolutely amazing.
Decent drill
Love
hole
it.
and everything.
Yeah, I've got 0.25 wire through without any problem at all.
Fab.
And
Thank you.
they're absolutely gorgeous.
We will take pictures of these and we will pop them
finish
up
them.
on the Facebook page. Thank you so much for today, Deb. I've had
been good.
had a real giggle with you.
Good.
Yeah. When are you back with us, please?
It's about 10 days' time. I didn't check. She's going to tell me off now.
You two have made my morning smile.
Excellent.
Thank you.
That's good.
Oh, good, Susie. Bless you. That's really lovely. Now, we've had a lot of fun indeed.
It has
Now,
been good.
I know when I'm back with you in about 30 seconds, but if you're leaving us now, tune in tomorrow. I'm back with Mark Smith. Otherwise, see you in a second.